Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to this major watch along between Liverpool and Manchester United. Nice quiet affair for you on a Sunday afternoon. I'm Gav Mack. Obviously, we're here with Stephen Cotton and Ed Hall because we're the two at top family. And we're joined by Chris Thermos Collins from We Are Four Manx One Toffee podcast. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you very much for having me, lads. I'm not going to lie, I'm cacking my pants for this one today. Absolutely. Exactly.
Yeah, I've been actually really confident all week, and I'm the most pessimistic United fan ever. But the last 20 minutes have just hit me pretty hard. I'm like you. I'm a bit scared now.
I'm nice and chill, mate. I ain't got to worry about anything until Alan Sam Maximum decides to tear us a new arsehole tomorrow. So that's going to be an interesting one. But no, this game
keep your banter to a minimum for now.
Oh, I am chill today. I swear to God, I'm not getting involved in anything. But first things first, bit of housekeeping as always. You can follow us on YouTube and Twitter in particular. I was saying that because that's where the two at top family are at two at top football, and that is where Four Max and One Toffee are as well. We are 4M1T. So make sure you follow those guys. 4 Man United fans and Everton fan. Poor buggers. Everton's game, it didn't go ahead today, and I got mugged off by that. Because I was on the phone to Chris. No, I was on the phone to Chris. I was like, Chris, I've got to go. It's like 12 o'clock. I need to run because it's Everton Villa. And then I'll get in the living room and it wasn't even on.
Yeah, so, I didn't even clock, mate. I didn't even clock. It's because Villa are still suffering from COVID. I think it's their first day back in training the other day, wasn't it? So tough time, man.
Actually, we'll just get over it. And I'm only joking. And thoughts are out there to everyone who is suffering with the old COVID-19. But let's have a look at some team lineups. Got them both there for y'all. The Manchester United lineup and the Liverpool lineup. It looks. I'm trying to work out what exact formation they are going to be playing. So I did just lob some names in. So Liverpool are going with Alisson in goal, a back four of what looks like Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Holding two of Wijnaldum and Thiago. And then a three. I think it's going to be an interchange in front four between Mane, Shaqiri, Salah, and Firmino. Ed, what do you think of that lineup when you see it firsthand?
They're all based, well, bar Trent Alexander-Arnold, they're all based on form. The fullbacks have had a week off rest. They didn't play in the FA Cup clash with Villa under sixes. Shaqiri is an interesting one because Shaqiri's only made 2 substitute appearances. But Shaqiri's been very good. I think he's got like 3 assists in his last 2 appearances. So I understand why he's got in the team. Thiago, we're slowly trying. Like, that's probably the strongest team we can put out. But nothing would reassure me. We could have signed Messi over the weekend and I'd still be nervous for this game today.
The Man United lineup seems to look like this once again. I think it looks like a bit of a shoehorn. I'm sure Cotton will be able to go into a bit more depth in that as well as Chris. But it's De Gea in goal, and then a back four of Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, and Wan-Bissaka. It looks like a midfield 3 of Fred and McTominay with Bruno Fernandes ahead of them, and then Pogba seems to be in the front 3 with Martial and Rashford. Cotton, I know you love Martial.
I mean, Chris, I don't know what your views on this is, and obviously Pogba playing wide left. I mean, they've been talking about it for a while now, and for him to be more advanced is a good thing. I wouldn't have started Martial. I'd have put Cavani in there and had it like that. But I suppose with Cavani and Pogba playing up there, it's a bit less mobile, I suppose. But I wouldn't have started Martial.
It's a bit of a weird one, like, because you can set it up the way that it was looking on the screen. I hope it's that way, but it could be that Ollie's trying to go back to the diamond again. In which case, you're looking at Pogba being a lot deeper on the pitch, which is a bit that, and the fact that he's dropped Bailly and gone back with Lindelof again at the back today is a bit troubling as far as I'm concerned. I think we need a bit of pace at the back with Mane and Salah, but I don't know what you boys think about that.
I think he's gone Lindelof for a bit more. As much as I love Bailly, he's chaos, man. Even like he'll do it in games. He'll do like fake shots and Cruyff turns on players, and like he loves a risky pass as well. So I think he's gone with Lindelof just for a bit more of stability. I'm surprised not to see Bailly, if I'm perfectly honest, but
I expected to see both Bailly and Cavani in the starting lineup today, knowing that Liverpool have got defensive frailties at the moment. Well, I say at the moment, it's been pretty much like that all season. But what I do like about Liverpool's formation is the fact that they have got Henderson and Fabinho at the back. But if they're if they are being allowed the time, one of them can then push into the midfield and start pressing Man United quite high at the pitch, and that's what I'm expecting to see a little bit. But the Shaqiri thing does confuse me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm licking my chops at seeing Henderson and Fabinho playing centre back. If I'm perfectly honest, I think that's why he's gone Martial for the pace, because Cavani, as good as he is, they can match him for physicality sort of thing. Whereas Martial, if he gets in behind one of them two, it could be. I reckon Henderson's going to have. This could come back to bite me, and I hope this isn't my Tim Sherwood moment. I reckon Henderson can have a real torrid and long day there at centre back.
Liverpool's key man is Mo Salah. If we look at the stats that he's got this season so far, he's played 16 games, he scored 13 goals and got 3 assists. But for me, even though the stats look really good, Ed, I don't feel that Mo Salah's done much this season, if that makes any sense.
He's done loads this season. You just stop watching him. That's you know, when you consistently expect that of a player, it's like Aguero. It's like I don't take notice when he used to score like 20 average goals a season. You know, you're looking at the next player who's shocking the world. Mo Salah's been doing it since he rocked up. I think we have just become so used to his form. Like, I understand what you mean, though. It's like Salah's not the name on everyone's lips at the end of the weekend. It's been, I don't know, someone else, Harry Kane, and it's been Son this year. But Salah's consistently that level. But
yeah, if you listen to our extra show that we did during the week, when we had a little chat, which is available on Spotify and Apple Music, just throwing it on there. We did say the same thing. We did say the same thing that Salah. The reason we think Salah's having a bit of an off season is because he set his own standards so high that we expect him to already be on 20 goals because of previous seasons. But he's still having a really good season.
Is he still top scorer?
Yeah,
I think so.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Gav, don't remember last season when we had that argument about Salah or Mane in the team of the year, and both of them had like 25 goals, something really stupid, and it was just, again, Mane, another one they're saying he's having a bit of a quiet season, but is he really? Like,
it's like the Ballon d'Or thing a couple of seasons ago. Like, you know, the last time Ronaldo or Messi wasn't the one that won the Ballon d'Or, and it's
Modric.
Modric. It's not that Modric is better than them. It's that by Ronaldo and Messi's own standards, they were quite poor that season. So we're comparing them against themselves.
Season, yeah.
Well, I also think that's quite farcical that season anyway, because that should have been Mbappe who won that 100%. But the key player for Manchester United is obviously Twanzebe. No, I'm joking. It's Bruno Fernandes. So I'm just looking at some stats that I've got here. Since he signed for Manchester United in January last year, which is crazy. It feels like he's been there for forever. He's played 31 games in the Premier League. He's scored 19 goals, got 14 assists, averages a goal or an assist every 78 minutes. And most non-Man United fans will always take the mickey and be like, oh, yeah, they're all penalties. Oh, Bruno Penaldes and that sort of stuff. He offers way more than scoring from 12 yards out, does Bruno Fernandes. And I would argue that there isn't a better player on the planet right now than him.
Maybe.
Best player we've signed since Ronaldo, guaranteed. Like, best player on the planet right now. I mean, yeah, if you look at his goals and assists and stuff, and his just goal contributions in the last calendar year, I mean,
maybe his position.
Yeah, I mean, look at this month as well. He won Player of the Month again. First Premier League player to ever win 4 in one calendar year. That's a third of all Player of the Months in a year went to Bruno Fernandes. So. And I mean, the money we paid for him as well, we always overpay and we get conned buying players. But I mean, the money we spent on Bruno compared to what he's done is comparable to when we bought Cantona for absolute peanuts, and he dragged us along for 3 or 4 years. So can't like, I know people get bored of hearing about Fernandes and stuff, but honestly, you can't underestimate what he's done to this club. Look where we were when he signed, floundering. Well, not so much floundering, but we were struggling, and now we're in top of the table, coming up against Liverpool in January, top of the table. I would never have thought that would happen.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since that has happened. And the last time you two played off against each other when you're at this end of the table, Manchester United actually went on to win the league that year.
2008, 2009?
No, it was actually the 12-13 season.
Really? We were top of the league? Or
no, you were not. No, you were knocking around up there. And so
was that the one where Gerrard got sent off?
No, that was the one at Anfield.
That was Anfield.
Yeah, that was his last season. That was like 15-16, something like that.
Yeah, I was reading the excerpt from his book earlier, and he was like, I saw Herrera's leg, and I couldn't stop myself. So I thought, 46 seconds in, off he goes.
It's the best heat map of all time, isn't it? Let's be real. These are the last 6 meetings between the two clubs. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 4 games against Manchester United. And there's just I don't know what Man United side is going to turn up, if that makes sense. Because if you have a look at this, Manchester United have registered just 77 shots in their last 11 Premier League games against Liverpool, which it's not the Man United that we normally know, but things have changed quite a bit since Fernandes has been in the side. And you know, this is only, I think, what means this? This is actually the first meeting that they've had since he's been there. So it'd be very interesting to see which way this goes. And also, if you've got any suggestions by any chance of what you reckon the scoreline is going to be, pop them in the comments, and we'll go around the room. Cotton.
Honestly, I'm literally. My first recommendation was, if anybody in the chat has recommendations for good grown adult nappies, let me know. My prediction, honestly, oh god, this is going to come back to absolutely ruin my life. Man United win 3-1.
Why? Jesus Christ! Well, I've only got to put the make that a shit sandwich then. So Ed, what do you reckon it's going to be?
I feel sick, man. Every time. Liverpool 3-2.
Christoph.
I'm going to have to elaborate a bit here, because it's such a big game, and there's so many different aspects to the game that there's not been for a long time. And it could go. It's a cliche, innit? It could go a million different ways.
Chris, if you want to say 0-0, just say 0-0, mate.
I was going to say, but I have to go on. It's a 0-0. I'm going to have to back United. I think we're going to get the first goal, and Liverpool are going to have to come at us, and we're just going to hit them on the counter again and again. So I'm going to say 3-1. Yeah, I'll go 3-1.
Why?
Can we all say where we're at? I'm just curious where we're all
going to pause on 30 seconds. We're all going to pause on 30 seconds. Let Gav catch up to us, and then we'll all unpause on 30 seconds. Currently, Liverpool are making another meal out of someone dying.
Whoa!
Hold on.
We're only 15 minutes into the show, boys.
Hold on. We all know I'm not talking about certain things before we get there. It's during
the pacemakers, man.
No. Me and Ed had this conversation the other week that every time Liverpool or United play at the minute, there is a minute silence for someone.
It's so true, because I know when you've got these two big corporations which have so many connections, every week we play, someone big to the clubs dies.
So before anyone comes at me saying I'm taking the piss out of a certain thing, like the context was
I've timestamped it already.
No, don't worry about that. When Liverpool are playing United, I always think who's going to die this week, because it always happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron Ramsey hasn't played over here for a long time. I saw
James Earl Jones trending a minute ago, and I was like, "Oh God, Darth Vader's not dead, is he?" But he's not.
I'm on now TV, so I can't pause. So where I'm at,
I thought you could pause.
I'm glad we're moving on. I thought this was a family-friendly podcast. I didn't know we were going down this road.
Gav said arsehole about 10 minutes ago, so I've given up on the family-friendly. Ed, where are you? Because I'm just about to
kick off. Yeah.
Kick off now.
No,
I'm playing.
Oh no, they're doing a knee on my end.
Okay, well we'll pause at
knee
30,
now.
And then you
just kicked off now.
Oh shit!
Okay,
I'm ahead of people.
I'm third behind. Just stop on 30.
I'm gonna give it 30. I'll stop on 30, but then you're going to be ahead. So I don't know how we're going to do this. Right, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I have paused bang on 30.
All right, I'm still waiting for the thing to come up. I've got 10 seconds before I'm with you.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I just paused.
Welcome to Top, where we all learn how
28,
to count to
29, 30, play.
Okay, play. I'm 5 seconds behind. I don't mind that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as the people that actually support the teams, because there's nothing worse.
Oh, yeah.
We're not having the Champions League final again.
Yeah, Chris, we did the Champions League final. Me and Cotton were about an hour, it felt like, behind Gav. It was 1-0, wasn't it? It was a 1-0.
I was watching it in GMT, they were watching it in BST. That's how
it was literally 25 seconds, and we're like the ball's at the halfway line, and Gav's like, "Goal! Coleman header!" And we're like sat there for about an hour, like.
You're like, mate, it's a PSG corner.
Yay! And then when it went in, it was like, yay!
It's called analysis. What we got in the comments, I'm not looking forward to today. That's Simon's a Liverpool fan. I had a horrible dream. Cotton sat there with a smug face with number 6 on his shirt too. Oh my god! It's I am very intrigued to see what is going to happen today.
I think Martial's going to score.
It's number 11 today. It's Greenwood today. It's,
okay. Rocking with the Greenwood. And Damien, he says, "Afternoon, lads. How are ya?" He reckons Rooney's going to get the winner. I reckon it's going to be Cantona, if I'm honest. Scott Fleming, how are you, Scott? Man United could do a Villa on Liverpool in this match. Whoa!
I don't know about that.
Imagine that.
Not be that optimistic, right?
Yeah, but you know,
if we did
it, on, so I can't see the text, Gav. So you're in charge of text because I'm not having chat sport games for me again.
If we did do a Leeds and put like 5 or 6 past them, I don't even know. I'd turn up at my gaffer's house. He's a Liverpool fan. I'd literally just turn up drunk, like bottle of wine in my hand, singing outside his house until I got fired.
If we put 6 or 7 past these today, I'm coming on here every week, lads.
You fucking not. You fucking not.
Yeah.
If we lose 7-0, if we lose 7-0, you can take my spot straight up.
Flo, who does the Bundesliga show with us, is asked you, Ed, why the hat?
Why the hat? Because it's cold in my house and I don't want to play for the.
Yeah, I'm the same. It may give off like a warm environment in my house, but it's the ring light next to me.
And this resembles what my hair's going to become before we're allowed back in.
There's a reason I'm also wearing a hoodie under my shirt today as well, because it is. I am like Ed. I'm not going to pay for heating all winter.
Yeah, exactly.
I have got my dressing gown here.
My dressing gown's red as well, to be fair.
Would you both be content with a draw? Because I don't think I would be. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather take a draw than a loss. But we've drew 6 games already this season.
I think you'd be an idiot to say you wouldn't take a draw here. I mean, how many games are Liverpool unbeaten at Anfield now? Like 60, 70? You'd be an idiot.
67 games they're unbeaten.
February 2017, wasn't it? Or March, something like
that.
Yeah. April 2017. Christian Benteke, he bagged for Palace.
I tried to do that really subtly, but all the bottles were just.
I was going to say there was nothing subtle about that.
No, I've had to go bottles today because the offer was on in the coupe. They're in the little freezer section of the fridge, and I also, to my detriment, learned that Coors Light aren't twist off tops.
Oh my god, yeah!
Ripping out.
And I literally lost like half my hand on it, so I shall be suing in due course.
I'm actually really looking forward to just seeing Thiago pinging balls about like he just did that one.
Oh, what? So Jamie Carragher can give him the assist to the assist again?
Oh my god! Don't believe in that.
What did I miss?
No, it was last week, and it was who did Liverpool? It was before the Southampton game, but Carragher was like, Thiago's class. Look at this, and he showed a 5-yard pass to the person that put the cross in for the goal.
Was it West Brom?
It might have been. He was like, it's the assist to the assist, and it's like, Jamie, come on, man, stop this. It's a 5-yard pass.
Chris, what do you think is stats like that? Because we did a bonus show the other day where it was audio only, and once got said as well that you can listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music or Google Play.
Plug.
So you wouldn't have seen it, you would have heard it. But so we were talking about the stats tables, and they bang on a lot about chances created, and it's like, Jack Grealish is top with like 58 chances created in the game. It's like in the season. It's like, what do you define as a chance created, and then why do we have to glorify a simple pass? Pretty much because that's all it is.
Do you know what? I think a lot of this stuff has just come about over the last few years. Like back in the day, it just used to be goals, assists, and then like little medial things like how many passes you've completed, how much distance you've covered on a pitch and stuff. And now it's how many successful throw-ins have you converted and stuff like that? You see, and it's just
you
like
get throwing coaches now, don't you?
Yeah, throwing Sky, man.
Yeah, exactly. Liverpool got one.
What do you need?
To be fair, everyone laughed about that, but then that following season, I think we had the most goals from throw-ins or something like that.
Do you know what it is as well? It's pure for like Twitter banter accounts run by like 15-year-olds that are literally like, my player's better than your play because he has X goals expected over your, and it's like, what these aren't even real stats, man. Unless your throwing coach is Rory Delap, get out of my face with a throwing coach. What is one of them?
Oh, there are others available. You've got Andy Legg. You've got Dave
I
Chandler.
can't remember what he's from. He's from
Ryan
America,
Shotton. Ryan Shotton used to have a towel underneath his t-shirt, didn't he? Like, underneath his football shirt to dry the ball off.
Oh god!
A lot of it is so Martin Tyler can read him off a sheet at the start of every game.
Yeah. No, but it is for Twitter banter accounts. It'll be like, well, you want to say Havertz has been a flop, but how come he has the 4th most take-ons while dribbling with his left leg while holding a energy gel thing in his right hand? It's like on a Tuesday. Okay. Well, that's a great stat.
The Tuesday Messi.
Yeah.
Oh dear. As you can see, there's been plenty of action in the first half so far. It is still 0-0 at the moment.
But it's been 7 minutes, mate. Give it a chance.
I expected fireworks from this game. This is dog. I'm not interested anymore.
This is dog. Arsenal
What's
Crystal
under your
Palace,
cap, Chris?
Yeah. What's under me cap? You don't want to know. Yeah. Listen, the 4M1T watchers and listeners know what's underneath my hat. I don't need to ruin this podcast as well with my hair.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Straight up. That's why I'm rocking this. Although I did purchase this the other day,
mate.
Afro comb.
I did it to myself though, didn't I? In November, before it was, I said to you, I need to get my haircut before Christmas because I won't be able to get a fade when we get locked down in January. Literally, Christmas came and went, and I was like, nah, I'll wait. And then literally the day that I was like, I should probably go get my haircut. Lockdown. So, we're going to go back to Grebo Stephen with like nipple length hair by the end of lockdown, I reckon.
You're too stylish for me, mate. The only fade that happens in my life is when I turn this light down here. Otherwise, it's hats and that's it.
Well, no, because my hairline's pretty shit. So, like, the shorter I have my hair, it gives the effect that it's not as bad.
It looks like it's meant to be faded.
Yeah. So when my hair, that's when I get them to cut that line in. Yeah, that's like not even like a cool line. It's like it does give the effect that I've got like a normal hairline, but I'm trying to separate it. When really it's just all the way back here anyway. It's like a nice little trick.
I love that.
Oh dear. Oh, shit. This is one of the darts lads. He we've got this little thing where he'll just send me a message or send a message to someone and you've got to say sing me a song. And he's done that a few times, but there aren't. I don't know if I'm gonna sing you a song today. Probably not on air. It's not fair to the listeners that we've got. But you're right, Dion. I do miss Sunday night karaoke at the Boston. Nothing better.
We don't want to blow up. Yeah. We don't want to blow up.
If United win, Dion, I'll sing you a song.
Oh.
I still don't want United to win now. That means nothing. Like, oh god! Every time you not have the ball, I'm in sheer panic.
It'll be a pure R&B classic as well, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh really? What are we talking like? Proper like
it'll be like a Marion. It'll be like a Marion Icebox or something. It'll be.
Oh my god! What a
like,
bang that is as well.
Yeah, nah, you look like an Alicia Keys kind of guy.
A little bit.
Alicia Keys.
The live version with John Mayer on Times Square is a nice.
It's not quite the live version on Two Up Top though, is it? Let's be honest.
No, it's not.
Oh, I think we're bigger than that. To be fair, Dan is watching it on YouTube, and you can subscribe to all our bits and bobs: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazzmatazz. What are your thoughts on the AWB versus Trent this season as well? So,
do you know what? Before I read the end of that thing, I was about to say they've both been pretty pants, but then I saw that he said they've both underperformed. Wan-Bissaka's looked a little bit suspect defensively, which obviously that's never been in his game. And there's been a couple of times this season where I've not been comfortable with him back there, but he's kind of sorted it out, I guess.
I said to you before, Gav, didn't I? He's a reactive defender. He's not a proactive defender, and because he's got so many fantastic attributes, he gets away with it 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
but sometimes he gets caught out. I mean, and it started for me. He's had a dip in form for me ever since the semis of the Europa last season. He's just looked a bit. I've not seen an excellent game out of him since. I don't think I've seen him have a great game this season. He's been okay. And then he's had a couple of under pars, and that's it. Trent's the same. Like, defensively, he's never been brilliant. He's been getting better, but this season he just seems to have not fallen off a cliff, because Liverpool, top of the league up until last week, weren't they? But not as good as we're expecting from him.
I think the thing with Trent is as well, Trent got by a lot of the time, because even when he had a bit of an off game defensively, it'd be like, well, he got 2 assists, and now Liverpool aren't really scoring at the minute, or this season he's not getting those assists to be like
his defensive qualities are starting to be highlighted a lot more. Inequality, if you want to call it that.
To be fair, he has missed a lot of games. I mean, I think Nico
we're not saying he's been
no, but I mean, it's not that. I mean, he's been struggling to get that run of games together to kind of get off the old rust. And but he has also been underperforming. I completely agree in that aspect. But I would have preferred him to have started today. I wouldn't have wanted anyone else there. Like Jimmy Milner, bless him. And as much as I love him against like Martial and Rashford, to give me a heart attack. Henderson's bad enough. But yeah, no, I do agree with you. This is probably his worst season so far in a Liverpool shirt.
I would like to see a hybrid of these two, and to be honest, I think we've got one already in Reece James.
You need to calm down with Reece James, man.
He's got the defensive qualities. He's not quite there as Wan-Bissaka yet, but I think he's en route to be that guy defensively. And
I genuinely think the only person in the world that gasses up Reece James more than you is his own mum. I swear to God.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. That's why, honestly, if they were more clinical with their finishing, we'll be talking stats wise the same sort of stuff as Trent. His delivery is special, but people aren't finishing their dinner there for Chelsea at the moment. But yeah, I think England are blessed at the moment with just an array of talent at fullback. I mean, like,
yes, Paul,
look at Hamsley.
It's a good problem to have, isn't it? And do you know the other thing about Trent? And I will give him his dues. In a few years' time, I can well see him being slotted into the midfield instead and leaving right back behind. And he's going to make a fantastic midfielder. He's going to make a brilliant midfielder, because it's the engine he's got on him as well. Like, he could just run
for days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be playing him in a central midfielder with a defensive-minded midfielder, like someone like Declan Rice, who I'm not.
That's what he was at our academy.
Did you just praise Declan Rice there?
No, I didn't play it. I didn't praise him. I said I'd have him in there with someone like that. Okay. But yeah, someone says that you've got a defensive-minded midfielder, and then Trent obviously is slightly defensive-minded because he's a right back, but he has got that range of passing to get forward. But if you got caught out, you could rely on him to make the tackle on the way back, sort of thing.
Yeah. He's got to be a box, I think.
Yeah. Like when they moved Oxlade into the middle.
Yeah.
Ox has always wanted to play centre mid anyway. Arsenal's fault for playing him.
It's a great centre mid. He's got similar attributes to Mane, where he's just got that quick burst of pace, which is so direct. But he has all the qualities of a midfielder. He's just so injury prone, man.
Papa Don Bones, yeah.
Yeah, so, he's good to keep in the squad, but I don't think he'll ever be a first-team starter at Liverpool. Purely because of them injuries.
I can't wait to get to half-time at 0-0 with no cards or bookings and Roy Keane to be like, where's the passion in this? This game used to be massive. Why isn't people lumping into each other?
They're all hugging each other.
Yeah.
He'll be fuming. There's not been someone rolling around with an injury already.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Gab, I've got one for you. Kieran Gibbs handball yesterday that wasn't given.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Oh,
whatever you think about it, but everyone's response to it was, well, it's a foul on the goalkeeper. First of all, the goalkeeper runs into whoever it was, Fabio Silva. Did you see Harry Kane on the Sheffield United goal on Ramsdale today that wasn't given as a foul?
Oh, yeah.
Literally like the playground, like he was trying to catch the ball under the net, and Harry Kane just people's elbowed him into the net, and it was like, play on, man.
Yeah, it's really frustrating at the moment because we try and you know me. I've always defended referees, and more recently I've just been like, do you know what? Screw this. I can't
do it anymore.
Defend the undefendable, innit? You know, so I'll always still speak of consistency, but consistency goes during a game. It's not, oh, well, it happened in the Sheffield United game, so it should happen in the Liverpool game, if that makes sense. Yeah. But when they're such glaringly obvious.
Oh, come on!
You should have laid it one more. Look at Robertson, man.
That's twice for me. I should have passed to Robertson.
Oh Lord.
This isn't like me just trying to like slam him because it's only been 15 minutes, but I didn't even realise Fernandes was on the pitch.
I've seen he's popped up a couple of times.
I haven't seen the camera cut to him.
I've just seen the angle
offside there.
I've just seen the angle on that Firmino from the back. That Firmino shot. He should be hitting the target from there. Is it a pigeon in the north stand there? What's he doing?
It's gone down. It's gone down.
Yeah, you should have seen the position the pigeon was in though. Like,
it was so
Pigeon stood next to Robertson like.
Yeah,
bro, play me next time, man.
Yeah.
Go on, Frederick. Go on, Frederick.
Oh,
Rashford. Oh,
he's off.
That's 6 of 1, man. How can one player have their hands all over him? And it, like, how is that?
We'll have a look at the action replay.
Yeah,
but there's no way Rashford's over him more than Robertson's over. Like,
there's absolutely no way that's a free kick. Without me biased in it,
mate. It's the same. It's the same challenge.
You can't have that.
It's protected the defender.
That's so dumb.
It's a bit like the Maguire. It's not the same thing, but like the Maguire one the other night that we had. That Maguire had a goal.
Embarrassing.
It's a goal.
That is a goal for me, but I understand why they disallowed it.
It was a goal for everyone, Gav.
Yeah, but no, I get why they.
What's Maguire like 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah,
and the player he was jumping against was like 5'11". Like, where is he supposed to go?
I think it would have been more legit if the referee, when he saw it originally, just turned around and said free kick the other way, rather than go to VAR and have a look at it.
It's not clear and obvious, man.
Exactly, you're searching for a reason there.
Dead.
Would it have been a goal? Would it have been a goal if Reece James was involved?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hold on. No, it would have been a goal if that was Man United. Man United would have been given that.
Well, I didn't want to mention it.
But literally everyone is forgetting that Leicester literally have 4 more penalties than us this season already, and no one even says, "Oh, well, Leicester would have got that as a penalty."
Yeah, but I don't care if Leicester win a game.
Yeah, leave us alone. Well, you should do. They're above you in the league.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Right, Leicester winning that game last night. They screwed it up for everybody. They screwed up everybody's newspapers. They screwed up our research, or whatever, and screwed up our headline: first versus second in the league. Right. Leicester are like, nah, mate, and getting that.
Yeah.
What do you think of the celebration yesterday with Maddison?
Mate, we had this conversation the other day. The whole thing's pathetic. Like, you're saying don't hug, but then how are you supposed to mark from a corner? Like, they have to stand near each other then, right? Like, what? Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if the case of not celebrating is because it's not fair to the people at home that can't hug their mates or whatever, then fair enough. But if it's an actual thing like for contracting or spreading or whatever, it's stupid because look how close they are against each other all game.
Yeah, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, innit? I think for the people that are so bothered about it, they want footballers to be seen to be doing the right thing. Like, everyone's constantly on footballers to be seen to doing the right thing, aren't they? So I think that's where they're coming from. But I agree with you. I mean, you're marking people. It's not the most high risk place that you're going to catch COVID if there is 1 or 2 players on the pitch lingering with it about. So how do you stop it?
The thing is, yesterday, Saracens played a game of rugby yesterday and lost against absolute nobodies. How come no one's saying anything about them scrumming?
Oh.
Like
it's nothing you can do
in rugby.
Yeah,
no, exactly. But no one's moaning about that because it's just not.
It's the nature of the sport. Like, you can't get away from it.
That's why I played darts. Can't catch it. Do you know what I mean? Stay at home.
Excuse
have
me.
a little chuck.
Oh, come on, let's get some more corners. I don't need them, but
I was going to say you got corners on. Has anyone got any bets on this game?
Yeah, I have. I went straight for. I've just got a straight United bet on 365, and then I've got my Sky bet. My free bet is Salah and Rashford to score, Man United 2-1, and Robertson and Fred to be carded. Right. And I also have over 2.5 goals and Fabinho and Fred to be carded.
I did 20 quid on Everton and United FA Cup double last week, and after that I went on to GamStop immediately. I thought, I'm not doing this anymore.
You don't even know. You don't even know how much I got mugged off by how rigged Italian football is on Friday night. Right? So I'm a Roma fan as well. So is he onside? How was he onside? Lazio versus Roma, the Rome derby. I had 10 plus booking points each, over 1.5 goals, 5 Roma corners, 3 Lazio corners. After 30 minutes, it was 2-0, so there's my goals. Both had 2 bookings each, there's my points. Roma had 5 corners, Lazio had 1. I had 60 minutes to get 2 Lazio corners for my bet. 0 corners. 0 corners in an hour. I was honestly like, I'm just done. I'm just done with this.
Heartbreaking, that is.
It's just stupid.
What's the most obscure bet you've ever won?
Lawrence, I'll come back to that one in a moment.
Most obscure.
Obscure? I wouldn't say obscure that I had, but it was more like I used to put on, it was like £5 a week, over 2.5s. You know, it didn't matter who scored them as long as there's over 2.5 goals. And one week there was, of the 5 games that I put on, only one of them had come in by 76 minutes, and there wasn't any goals in any of the others. But then all of them just started lobbing in goals in the last couple of minutes. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere because I literally couldn't believe it. And the last game I was waiting for was Dover versus someone in the National League, and it was 0-0 after 76 minutes. It was then 1-0 on 88, 1-1 on 91. And then an own goal on 94, which brought it in, came in. I couldn't believe it. Over the moon. It was literally a couple of days before I was going on holiday as well. So it's good spend.
I wouldn't say mine was obscure, but the fact that Andre Silva won me my bet was pretty obscure.
Yeah, I do love that one. Although I hate Andre Silva, I can't stand him. I really can't.
Quickly go to that rugby question because I'd love to finish this right now.
Right, so we were talking about the lack of celebration and stuff and all this jazz and Matthias, but in rugby they've got scrums and this and that. But Lawrence, I know he's he's played local rugby. I think he's played for London Welsh. Is it London Welsh that he played for? I can't remember. But rugby and amateur leagues have banned scrums and mauls. So
football in the amateur leagues has been stopped. So. Also, I wasn't talking about amateur leagues. I was talking about Saracens yesterday playing a game of rugby where they're scrumming, and they lost to Enfield, someone like that. I don't even know who they were. I wasn't talking about Sunday League. I'm literally talking about professional rugby players who are allowed to carry on playing and scrumming, but they're worried about.
Was he disagreeing with you, or was he just stating that they're not doing scrums and?
I think it's just letting us know.
But what does that?
It's right, Carter, mate.
No, but I wasn't talking about Sunday League or amateur, was I?
Yeah, he's probably asking the question: why have they stopped it at amateur level, but they're still doing it at professional level? Surely you just do it.
He didn't ask the question. No, but that's what we're talking about the other day. Everyone just the easiest targets at the minute are footballers during this whole thing. It's the easiest thing to target.
To be fair, though, there's a lot of footballers. What will I call it? Sorry, I just thought that was going to be a goal. The things they've been doing outside of football games, considering that they're in the limelight, I can understand why people are questioning that. You know, going out parties, getting prostitutes round, etc. The list goes on.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Kyle Walker's the problem. It's not hugging someone else to score in the problem.
I'm in a Facebook group, right? And someone said about Benjamin Mendy that he flew over to Greece or something, wasn't it? Or he flew this bird in from Greece to have a wonderful night. I was like, well, you know, it goes to show that he doesn't really look at his phone very often because there's, you know, there's singles in his area. So
all the time, yeah. I do rate Benjamin Mendy for one thing though, just because the text it was like, I want big bum Latinas. It's like, bro, we all do. Like, I feel that on such a level, Benjamin Mendy.
He said this on Fortnite 4M1C last week. Like, could you be asked waiting for someone to come over from Greece? That is like a 6-hour round.
I would have finished. I would have finished already, and then felt really embarrassed myself.
Close the laptop down, close the browser, and then when she knocks at the door, just pretend you're not in. Like,
one of them said, like, you know, maybe he just needs a bit of post-nut clarity. If post-nut clarity and him don't go together, he's obviously never had a session on his own. Yeah. Christ almighty.
No.
Just the text he sent, fair play to him. He tried to get away with it.
I know, bless him. You know, I don't know why he was so open and ready to take pictures and that as well. It's like, bruv.
But Gav, I literally said this to you the other day, like, it just, how are we in 2021 and these players still don't have like publicists or someone to say, don't send that tweet, mate.
Yeah.
That tweet's a bit homophobic. That's a bit rape. I just wouldn't if I was you. Like, how is this still happening?
I know. It's mad. But like that's I don't know. It's almost like they don't want to let their fans down, let their pals down, and that. So they're just going to keep glorifying themselves on your
bursting through that midfield.
The pass was prime Bramble. Bramble's been mentioned a couple of times today, actually.
And we've given Bramble a hard time this week, man.
Great defender.
He had all the attributes.
Listen, I'm not saying anything, but Titus Bramble play for Wigan. They're a Premier League club. Titus Bramble goes away. Wigan are now. Where are they?
Do you know what? That's a shout.
That was a genuine question. Where are we?
And Jordi Gomez as well to that list.
There you go. Same with Swansea. He was at Swansea as well, Gomez, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sure, Jordi Gomez. Good player.
Yeah, he was a good player. I did actually quite like him.
Robertson just looking for a scrap already.
On Championship Manager 0102, arguably the second best.
0102?
It is probably the best one. It is probably the best one.
My favourite one is 96, 97 Euro Leagues.
What, the year I was born?
Cutting it back.
0102 had Tijani Babangida and...
That's Champion 3. Or Tomadira's 0102, yeah.
Yeah, Babangida was
Haruna.
And Justin Giorgio.
Justin Giorgio. Maxim Sigalo.
Taribo West was
he died a couple of weeks ago, Maxim Sigalo. I was devastated, so it made me start a new save and I bought him just to make myself feel better about it. But Titus Bramble on that game is arguably one of the best defenders on it. Is literally 20 everything defensively. Freaking quality.
I hope this is one of those games where Bruno has a really quiet, ploppy game and just still manages to get a goal or assist.
Yeah, so on that...
Yeah, in a 3-1 loss.
Nah.
So on that, Stu sent a couple of quid over to put this one on. Obviously, you can't bet... Oh my God, it didn't go on. Hope he's not watching.
That's an awkward one.
You know that? Remember that time when we watched France Argentina?
I don't want to hear about it.
So Chris, Chris, we were in the boozer and we must have easily probably spent.
No, we were on the way to the pub. That was the problem. We were on the way to the pub.
We were just outside it. We just got in and we put it on at the Sevens pub in Northampton, and that are the pubs available. Oh. And we put on. We teamed up 50 quid each, lobbed it onto France to no, because we put it on afterwards, wasn't it? Because we wanted France to win, and Argentina took the lead in that game.
Yeah, we had Argentina to take the lead or something, and then you put it on, and it just like go on. and then France obviously go on and win that game with that Benjamin Pavard absolute wonder strike, arguably one of the best goals of all time. And we were like, oh my god, oh yeah. So we were buzzing, me and Cotton look at each other. I go to the Paddy Power account. There's 100 quid in the top right. I was like, it didn't go on, did it?
Oh no, that is absolutely heartbreaking.
Devastated.
Do you know what though? Like, there's a few Bet365 is pretty bad for that. Like, I
think it's normally good, but it messed up.
You bet builder, and then it's like you have insufficient funds. It's like, yeah, cool. And then it's like deposit. And it takes you through 4 separate little things to put money on. And then it takes you back. And then you've got to do your bet builder again. And it's just like, can someone just take my money off me? Like, I'm going to lose my money. Yeah. Can you just take it in
do you want it or not?
Simple way. That's why I love Sky Bet. It is literally like 1 or 2 clicks and you're done.
Well, the thing is, if you're doing a normal bet,
odds.
They offer terrible odds. On 365, if you're doing a normal bet and you go to put it on, it's fine, it works. But if you're doing a bet builder, it just completely screws you, and that's what's happened there. So I hope you don't. Did
Fabinho get a card there? No.
Talking of players from 0102, so anyone out there who's watching the show with us, if you've got any ledge players from Champion 0102, give us a shout. Here's one. Flavio Conceição.
Oh yeah, Conceição, yeah.
Oh, you're just saying random
words. That is the deadest free kick I've ever seen in my life. There is no way any of that. There's no way that ever works.
Yeah, it wasn't great. That. No, I don't know what we were thinking there.
Which one do you want to call offside as well? 1, 2, 3.
Well,
4.
no, I understand. The plan was everyone's offside and then Maguire runs on, but then Maguire just ran on so late and just.
If you're going to put offside trap in a football coaching book, you'd literally just take that screenshot you just put on the screen there. That worked a treat. Oh. Hello. Shaqiri's been a bit ratty this game. He's had a couple of nibbles, Shaqiri.
No, well, I think for whatever reason you've like jumped ahead of me a second or two, but it's survivable. Who got booked there? Shedran.
Shedran, yeah.
I'm on 323 now, 324. Well, 32, 24.
Yeah, I'm on 22, 21, 22, 23. So yeah.
I'm on 30 now.
Yeah, I'm literally 4 seconds behind you, Chris.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to take my earphones out while the free kick happens.
Close the comments box. Click on banners.
Hold on. I'll just get the mic like this, real ready, just ready in case.
Well, with a go.
I wouldn't worry, mate. I can see a flag behind the goal, and it's hitting that liver bird right in the head.
Yeah, it's going into exit 106. If you saw that, it's going into exit 106.
That'd be awful if it went in there. That'd be fucking terrible.
I tell you what, I wasn't far away. That.
Oh my god, that was it. I thought that was in. My heart stunk.
I'm nearly there.
I was literally about to get my golasso on. Oh my god!
I need to clear my throat ready for a golazo because I didn't do a long one last time. You absolutely nailed that, Cotton. I need to.
That took a layer of paint off. Jesus.
Wow. I've paused mine for a couple of seconds, lads, just so I'm a bit round where yous are.
Yeah, it was on like 1 or 2. It must be just
run.
Oh my god, Salah is through.
No! Stop talking to me now!
Oh.
It all went quiet in the Cotton household for a second.
And he left. It had enough. No, we didn't go in. Go home. Piss off everyone.
My head.
Go on. Nice, yeah. Good lad.
But this is where, Lindelof and Maguire at the back with Salah and Mane running at him it just spells trouble.
Is he on? Shoot or square it, man. That's so dead.
Mate.
Shoot or square.
Awful touch.
I love Rashford, but he's offside anyway. I love Rashford, but his decision making at the minute is so shit.
At the minute?
Well,
I think he's an instinctive player, so therefore his decision making has never been great, but it's not a bad thing.
The PSG and the Red Bull game, there was so many times where I don't know why him and Martial were just trying to square the ball across the box to each other, and it's like, can one of you just fucking shoot? Can one of you just actually take it on? Like,
this is the argument for United to get strapped. I mean, Cavani's a great move. It's turned out very well so far, but we need another striker, younger, who's got that killer instinct. We need someone who's got that killer instinct.
Haaland.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Best striker
I reckon, I actually think Haaland might actually go to United,
Yeah, but it's Raiola, man.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah. Isn't it? That's why we got put off in the first place.
I love how
Bruno,
when he was still at
what world are you living in?
when he was still at Salzburg, and just before he started like properly knocking him in, he was still knocking a few in. Leeds fans were like, "Oh, look out for Haaland! Yeah, he's going to be all right. He's going to come to us."
Because his dad used to play for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, to be honest, I thought he was going to go to Leipzig. That's what I expected.
Yeah, there was a rumor about that
because Werner had gone. There was space for him. Yeah.
But no, I can't believe how reliant.
Martial
on a 20-year-old, shouldn't
they? Oh my God!
Martial and beautiful in the same sentence. I'm confused.
Do you know what?
And then he goes too far.
There's a lot of problems with Martial, but I mean, sometimes when that kid has got the ball at his feet, the control he has, sometimes close control, is unreal.
Do you know what?
It's like a prime Thierry Henry.
His finishing and his decision making makes me so sad, man. Like he. As far into the season as we are and how he's been playing, like how he's still getting started in games is absolutely beyond me, man.
I think he's still living off last season. That's exactly the reason why. Because he's done nothing of serious note that make you think, "Oh, Martial player this season."
You know how much he winds me up, man. Like I do love the guy, but he winds me up something silly.
Yeah, I mean, he's a United player. You've got to get behind him. I think he's just. He needs confidence and he needs a run of game and goals. He's one of those kind of players. And I think getting sent off in the Spurs game has just knocked his tempo right off. And he hasn't looked the same since to me. I mean, he's picked up a goal here and there.
Obviously, we didn't have a pre-season, so everyone is still, even this far in, a little, just a touch off what everyone else is.
Yeah.
I think it's settled by now. It's the first few weeks of the season. You can. I remember when you said it, I was thinking, "Oh, come on, man! They're pros, whatever. They haven't really had that long off either."
Gav,
but those first few weeks,
to you at the time, I said, "Look at everyone that had got to a quarter or semi-finals of Europe."
No,
Bayern,
I agree. Yeah,
City, Sevilla. All of them in their first 4 weeks of the season, all lost games, all dropped points.
Yeah,
and people were trying to say that having no preseason wasn't that deep.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like when you first said it, I was thinking, no, come on, because it's not like you only had like 4 weeks off, and it's like, come on, you had more time than that off, like throughout the COVID situation, but it was so apparent.
Yeah,
and
to other clubs as well.
Yeah,
there was definitely a hangover.
Definitely, but it was literally 4 or 5 weeks after then. I felt things had settled down.
It's just the worry for us at the start of the season because Crystal Palace and Brighton looked like prime 2009 Barcelona. I was just like, "Oh, this is going to be a long season." Yeah.
I actually felt for Brighton in that game, because Brighton. There's been loads of games that they've played this season that they've looked really good. They've played some really nice football and that, but they've just not been able to finish their dinner, or they get pegged back in the last couple of moments. It's just like, oh, Brighton, you're going to live to regret this.
Well, this is a strange thing with Sheffield.
Is he off? I don't think he's off.
I don't think he's off there at all. I think he's on. I think
he doesn't reach anyway, but I don't think he's off.
That's
the ball we're looking for.
Yeah, that looked like Hoffman against Bayern last week for Mönchengladbach. Bang on the line like that.
Oh, please don't dive in like that.
Oh, Luke Shaw, do you know what I was just about to say a minute ago as well before we got sidetracked something else? Wasn't always a huge fan last season, but Jesus Christ, Luke Shaw since Tellez arrived. Luke Shaw in the last 5 or 6 games has just turned into an absolute phenomenon. Like the reason we actually signed him, he's been quality.
I think Luke Shaw in pretty much every game that he plays, as soon as he gets a run of games, he looks like the man. And remember that period where you started playing 3 at the back for whatever dumb reason.
Yeah, and he played left
side. Brilliant. Yeah. He looked the part.
It's Tellez. Tellez has done that. It's amazing what competition can do for you. It's a bit like
Henderson and De Gea.
Yeah, it's a bit like you and your missus, and then all of a sudden a new lad starts at a job or something, and he starts being nice to her, and he might make her a coffee one day or something, and then you, as a boyfriend, naturally up your game, innit? You buy her flowers and stuff, and you get home and stuff.
Unless you don't want her anymore, then you think, do you know what? No. Carry on.
Yeah, you're cruising, then all of a sudden she comes home, she's like, "Oh, this is lad at work. He's dead funny, and he's like, "He's fucking what, is it?"
Yeah. Sorry, what was his name? Like, why is he pressing upon you?
Oh, got 13 mutual friends with him, have I?
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but I've drawn you a bath. There's flowers upstairs and there's flowers in the fucking cupboard. Now, enough of that.
and listen, and the order from Love Honey has just arrived. So get up them stairs.
That's what it is. Shaw's a fella, and Tellers is the new lad at work. He's just made it raise the game.
Luke Shaw's one of those Hitachi fucking vibrating things, and he's just realised that like a machine is taking his job, and he needs to really, because she's got everything now. She's got everything she needs, guaranteed. Yeah. So it's just Shaw needs to be an actual like real person now. Firmino's just ragged.
I don't understand why Maguire didn't just knock that one down before.
Knock that one out.
Well. Yeah.
Are we still on that subject? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
You'll learn this with me, lads. Got loads of crazy references. You just have to bear with me.
Oh, yeah, we love analogies.
We love horrible.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, my mind works in weird ways.
That's what happens after a few beers and watching football with these lot. So,
what we're watching is that so brought. We ended up talking about like Aretha Franklin, and like we were just talking about ages about like. At one point we did what Premier League players would you love to see in a Royal Rumble? That was good.
Oh, which one was that? We did that on one of the earlier watch-alongs for this season, wasn't it?
No. Yeah, it was this season. Yeah. I thought it was earlier shows. Yeah, it was this season. Like, what football players would be good in the Royal Rumble? Like Ryan Shawcross.
Man, some names actually got thrown out of there as well, didn't they? I was like,
Lee Gravison.
Oh God, Gravison.
That big man at the back for Southampton. What's his name? 6'7". Oh yeah, he'd be great in a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think he needs to grow longer hair to make him.
With Vestergaard, they do that spot where there's like 4 or 5 people trying to get him over the rope at once, and he still won't go. Ben Thatcher, yeah, that was it.
Either that, it'd be like, I don't know if you've watched WWE in the 90s when it was WWF, but do you remember Test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of them. His finishing move was like a big boot or something, wasn't it? It'd be one of them.
Yeah. Is Pogba on? I just don't even know anymore.
Pogba's position. He's literally got a free roll, hasn't he, Pog?
Martial's got to do more to try and get to that, like commit.
Yeah, you've got to get in front of that. You know, probably even try and buy a pen or something.
I must say, like you said it before, but Bruno has been missing. He's been poor so far.
Yeah,
he's not really had an effect on the game.
I don't even know where he's playing. Like, there's Rashford. I can see Rashford, Martial, Fred, McTominay, and Pogba. Where's Bruno?
I just don't think the formation.
Yeah.
I don't think the formation is making enough of what Bruno offers. He's not making him front and centre.
He's been put out there or put in that position because Pogba's there, and it's completely knocked him.
It's completely damaged the balance of the team, isn't it?
That's a ball, though. That's a ball, though.
Nice. This is good, this.
Come on, Tony.
Allow Tony.
Oh, why has it gone to the halfway line, though, man?
I love when clubs channel that in
just for that. If you're literally going to go back to the halfway line for one fucking Hail Mary ball over the top, just dink a ball while you're all there. Like, there's no point in going all the way back to do that.
If you're going to try and play it over the top to beat the press like that, then you've got to be a lot more intelligent. It's too rushed.
Yeah, exactly.
Far too rushed.
All that patient build-up in and like around the box to then just go back to just like dig it.
Ooh, burn. Ooh. Bruno will turn up when United get a soft penalty.
Yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait for the 98th minute Bruno penalty. It gets saved. Alisson comes off his line, so they VAR it, and he takes it again and scores. I'll honestly just
couldn't happen. Referee never be safe again.
Yeah, I'll run through this village naked straight to Ed's house. I swear to God.
Ed, I've not had any sound from you for a while. Is it just me?
No, I haven't.
Oh. Ed's been sat there chatting for the last 15 minutes. Thinking, why is this prick's ignoring me?
I thought the game was just getting to him. I thought he was just really like quiet. He's like, I can't handle this.
Zoned into the game.
I was going to say, he's like my spirit animal. He's just like nervous. That's how I feel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I'm calling it now.
I honestly was on the verge of going, you know what, fuck these twats. Ignore him.
We genuinely thought the game was just like too much for you, and you were just like chilling, like I can't handle this. Like,
every time I looked at the screen, you were just like smiling or like sat there with like a straight face,
exactly.
and then I just glanced over.
I am shitting my pants though. I'm not enjoying this one bit. Like I can't wait for half time so we can just talk about, I don't know, like what's been going on in the world.
Right, I'm calling it now. Roy Keane bingo at halftime. Where's the passion? Where's the intensity?
Yeah, 100%.
Where's the tackles?
Yeah, that's free ticket.
Sadio!
2 seconds. I need to use a little.
It looks onside as well.
That's it. Half time.
Oh my god!
Oh.
So I'm watching it without sound. So I'm just like,
Oh, it wasn't a great half. So I think Man United would be the happier. Man United look the likelier of getting through because, I mean, Liverpool are dominating the ball, but they're not doing enough with it because Man United are filling in the gaps really, really well. And I mean, it says you've had like 8 offsides, and I think we've had 8 shots not on target. So we're both fulfilling our game plan, just not to fruition.
Well, I don't understand what's going on with Liverpool at the moment because if you take away that Palace game, which could have easily been 2-1 Palace at half time, which you did go on and win 7-0. You haven't been firing all cylinders up front. And people are moaning. I'm seeing it all over Twitter constantly. I'm seeing it on Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups. Everyone going, oh, Liverpool fans, we need a defender. We need to sort out our defence. Rah, rah. No, you don't. You need to start putting the ball in the back of the net, boys.
That's completely wrong because Salah's got 12, 13 goals. Mane's got like 6, etc. We had Jota who's got like 8, who's been injured.
You can't involve Jota in that conversation.
Yes, I can involve Jota in that conversation, but it's got
you can't because Jota weren't there last year.
Let me say my point. What I'm saying is that we have played our 2 central midfielders from last year, Henderson and Fabinho, who do the dirty work, the interceptions, and the long balls to the front, are playing at centre back. The 2 centre mids are playing at centre back, so that midfield power we have usually is not there. We don't have our defenders whipping in the balls, and we don't have our 2 main midfielders. So that's exactly it. We need a defender so our midfielders can get back to where they're positioned. That's
your
why we need a
midfield doesn't really.
We've got Fabinho and Henderson playing centre against Man United.
Now you let me finish this time.
No.
Your midfield doesn't carry the ball that often. It works hard to get the ball and spread it out wide. The ball's still getting whipped in, and you know Salah and Mane are still getting hold of the ball, but you're just not scoring goals. That's got nothing to do with the fact that Fabinho and Hendo are playing at the back for you. You've had 8 shots. You've had 8 shots, and none of them have been on target. That's not Mane's fault. That's not Fabinho's fault or Hendo's fault.
There was like 4 games in a row where Liverpool didn't have a shot on target, and then 3 games.
Okay, you can base it on a couple of games form, but if you're basing it on the season, I mean, we're still the top scorers in the Premier League. We've still got the top scorer. So tell me, is it really that bad? I mean, I'm not disputing that we've since the Crystal Palace game we've been a bit shaky, but to say that that's our
even a couple of games before then as well. You know, so the last 3 games, 2 draws and a defeat. You know, there's not enough goals being scored by Liverpool. That hasn't got anything to do with the fact that you're playing Fabinho and Hendo today. Hendo at the back, and I know you've done it once or twice already this season. That's got nothing to do with it.
Mate, have you seen Van Dijk spread 90-yard balls from literally the fucking centre back position?
You got Thiago Alcantara in the middle of the park today.
Thiago Alcantara has only just come back to the team last week. You can't tell me that.
It's Thiago.
This is also the same guy who said you can't tell me. This is also the same guy who told me I can't moan about not having Thiago because he weren't there last season. Make up your mind, Gav.
No. That's 2 completely different things. Thiago's in the starting lineup right now. He's an addition right now. Jota. He's not playing at the moment. You know, he come back in the last game.
In the last
he made an appearance in the last game. He's playing today. He made an appearance against the Kids. He's still coming back, but he's in your squad. If he's not playing, it's not a hindrance to Liverpool because he didn't have that. Neither Jota or Thiago have played enough games this season to warrant them being a miss. Because if you look at what Liverpool had done last season and the season before and half the season prior to that, you didn't need a Jota or a Thiago. They're additions to what you've already got into your star-studded, decent, wonderful side. At the moment, you have not got anyone putting the ball in the back of the net on a regular basis. So this is when we talk about look at Salah. Salah is the top goal scorer, but this is what all the effects of what he's done at the beginning of the season. And if we take away that Palace game,
he's not scored in 3 games. It's 3 games.
Yeah, but you're not even getting shots on target, Ed.
Yeah, I said we were in bad form, but what you're saying is this has been our problem this season. 3 games. It's been 18 games.
I think the real question to be asked here is the Thiago Silva passes and movement highlight on YouTube yet for the first half?
They're not that that's why.
I want to see that Thiago compilation. I'm wondering if
are you on about that Chelsea one? Because that was embarrassing. I don't know what happened there. Like,
I have just seen there's three of the offsides that have been given against us in the first half were actually being played on.
Yeah.
So I mean, Rashford is literally offside every time. That's just Rashford. But there's been 3 Martial ones where he was onside.
I'm not too concerned about that though, because I think we're like Rashford. The couple of times I've seen him go off, he's played on, and I think you need to, because I think VAR will sort things out like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The thing with Liverpool, to go back to that, is it's a weird season, isn't it? Like Liverpool are under the below par at the moment, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the injuries. I don't know if there's a little bit of pressure on them, because
I expected them to be playing with the swagger of champions this season.
Yeah, and we've not seen it, have we? We've not seen, even from the first game against Leeds. Like it was a bit of a struggle just to get over the finish line against Leeds. But then it's a weird season, and I don't think we don't have the squad to be Premier League champions. We don't. We have maybe one or 2 world-class match-winning players, and in a title-winning team, you need 4 or 5, which is what Liverpool have got. But because it's such a strange season, we're in with a chance because everyone's taking points off each other. So it's weird. It's really weird. Like, you can't call anything this season. And Salah, isn't it weird? Like, Salah is a top goal scorer, but we're all sat here saying he's not up to speed at the moment. That's mental to say, because he's got what, 16 goals in the Premier League this season so far, is it?
13
goals, 3 assists. Yeah.
Which, I mean, if that's someone playing for any other team, if he's playing for United, that's a fantastic return.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's what I mean. We have said that they're literally they've victims of their own success. Like, we're expecting so much of them now from the last few seasons. Boring and defensive from both teams. Yeah, I don't think, obviously, not even just the fact that it's a derby. Like, I say a derby, but you know what I mean. Like, not just the fact that it's a derby and you're first and third at the minute. Nobody wants to lose this game. This is like the first group stage of the World Cup games. Like, nobody wants to lose at this early stage.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, a draw. I'd take a draw out of this. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
4 points clear.
I think any United fan before this game started, if you turn around to any Man United fan and said, "You don't have to play this game, but you're going to get a point," would you take it? No, I can't see many. I can't see many United fans saying, "No, we want to play this game because we are definitely going to win this game," regardless of whether Liverpool have been in form or not in the last few games. It's Liverpool; they're the champions, and they've still got a wealth of talent out there. So to take a point, it might be a boring game. It might not be the most exciting game that we've seen, but it's 0-0. Yet Man United have not conceded a goal in this game. And if you have not conceded the goal, here's my Michael Owen, all you need to do is score one yourself. And then you get 3 points. And it sounds so Michael Owen, but it is so true. So,
cheers, Jeff.
Hey, take it. Absolutely take it right now. I would just love to be in that situation again where we're challenging for stuff. No one that I like is challenging, Arsenal, lol. Palermo, Serie C. Jamaica, what? It's our work.
Leon Bailey.
Yeah, and it looks like we're about to get, who did I see that we were going to get?
Who's your guy that should never have played for Jamaica with a name? Was it Jason Scotland?
No, Tyrone Mears.
Jason Scotland played for Jamaica, though, didn't he? Or am I making
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh,
Not all Caribbean islands are the same. You know, all lives matter.
Oh, sorry.
No, Tyrone Mears, he was the right back, played for Burnley back in the day, and he had 8 caps. He had he had 8 caps for Jamaica, and then they realised that his dad wasn't actually his dad, and his dad was actually from Sierra Leone. And then they wrote a letter because they were trying to work out whether the games that he played for Jamaica were competitive games or not, because he actually had a really good season, if you remember, and there was talks that he could potentially get an England call-up. And they were like, right, these games aren't competitive, so yes, you can play for England. And then he played 1 game for Jamaica, and it's like, oh, I don't know, you might be able to get away with it. And then, I realised that his dad was from Sierra Leone. He tried to change his allegiance, and FIFA were like, nah, mate, you're taking the mick now.
So his family wasn't actually from Jamaica at all?
I think his mum's English, and his dad DNA match, loosely speaking, was from Jamaica, but he wasn't from Jamaica at all.
Who's doing that FIFA check? Like, so are you from Jamaica? No.
Yeah. It's one of those I normally get it. It's like when people go, oh, Gav, where are you from? I'm from England. Yeah, but where are you really from? Like,
where are you
Hampton?
from?
Yeah, the FIFA agent would have been like,
I'm from England, mate.
Can you prove you're from Jamaica? And he'd been like, yeah, man. Like, right, checked out with me. Come on. Yeah.
Are you from Jamaica?
Bob Marley.
Are you from Jamaica? No. Have you at least thought of going on a holiday to Jamaica at any point? No. Do you know where Jamaica is on a map? I can point out, yeah. Welcome to Jamaica.
Yeah, sign him up, son.
Have you ever smoked
that's what it's like,
slight bit of a joint? Have you ever listened to a Bob Marley song?
I put CBD on my knee once when it was a bit sore after a run. Welcome to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, no, at the moment, to be honest, Chris is more Jamaican than I am. He's drinking Red Stripe. You know, this is just training shit.
Great lager.
That's a burn. There's a reason why Bayern sold Thiago. He's not consistent. Right, I disagree with that one. And the reason why, me and Cotton have this conversation quite a lot, because we talk about players, you know, the big clubs, you know, Bayern, Juve, Barca, Real, PSG. If a player leaves those clubs and doesn't go to one of those elite clubs, then they normally go into a, you know, the best of the rest sort of club, like an Arsenal, like a Tottenham or something like that. But Liverpool are part of that elite group now. So if a player leaves Barcelona and goes to Liverpool, that is a sideways step, and which is fine.
I'll give you 4 words of why Thiago left Bayern Munich, right? Here's 2 of them. Leon Goretzka. And the other 2 are Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah. Because you play those 2, then you play Muller in front of them. So
yeah, it wasn't a case of Thiago's world class. We all know he is. He's played for Barca and Bayern, for God's sake. Like he's
been brilliant for both teams as well.
And for Spain, for Spain, like it just wasn't. He just didn't fit the system, sort of thing. He fits this Liverpool system perfect, and he will go on to do seriously good things in this Liverpool team.
It's a bit like the Liverpool midfield, like the whole debate about Liverpool's midfield, and especially Jordan Henderson gets it, because there's constantly debate about Jordan Henderson. Is he world class, or is he just world class as part of that Liverpool system? I don't think it matters, because like Kimmich, I wouldn't class as a world class. He's going to be great. He's going to get even better, Kimmich, but I wouldn't class him right now as a world class player. I don't think he's better than Thiago, but he's perfect for Bayern Munich. And I think
Joshua Kimmich is so fucking king to me.
He will become world class, but I completely understand what you're saying, Chris, and I agree. Yeah. Like it's because he's in that Bayern team at the minute that are steamrolling everyone. He's in a world class team. He will become world class, but
for me, Joshua Kimmich is already at that world class status.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not underrating him. I mean, for him to come into the side, I mean, Lam, what a player! What a player! Yeah. I mean, for our lifetime,
he is not Lam.
Yeah,
Kimmich is a Philip Lahm regen on Football Manager, though. Like he's the closest carbon copper you'll get to him. Plays right back and centre mid,
and can play left back, and can play in behind. He could do whatever he wants.
Philip Lahm. What do you say about him?
What can I say about Philip Lahm?
Well, it's just
Sorry.
You know.
Well, what can you say about him?
Oh,
What can
Philip
you say
Lahm,
about-
isn't it?
Savage.
Inside joke. I'll take you another day, Christoph.
Let's play that another time.
I thought we were just talking. I was going to say, like, I could say plenty about him. Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah, most people can. Most people
Most
can.
people
That's
can.
the issue. Yeah, most people can talk about Philip Lahm. One of the greatest players to ever grace German football, world football.
Just a baller, an absolute baller.
I can't believe he blew the whistle after he pinged that ball over the top.
I know, because he looked on side.
4 seconds before as well.
Taking
I've got such a beef with added time at the minute. What game were we watching the other day? Oh, it was United Leicester. 6 minutes of added time, and they didn't start playing football until 91:30, and he blew on 96. Like, where's the other minute and a half gone?
We even said, watch what time he blows the whistle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was like, where's the rest of the time gone? It's so hit and miss, man. But like Gav, like we said the other day, like you only had 1 minute of added on time when someone's 5-0 down. But it's like by law, well, by the law of the game, it should be there's 30 seconds of goal, 30 seconds of substitution, blah 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 blah.
It was a game yesterday. There was a game yesterday. I can't remember which game it was yesterday. The West Brom Wolves game. They added 1 minute on in the injury time in the first half. There was 3 goals of VAR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. 3 goals and 2 of them were one of them was a penalty, and then so there should have been a minimum of 3 minutes.
Martial, man.
I fell asleep watching that.
Martial losing the ball there.
Martial bless
losing
him.
the ball all the time, mate.
Yeah, but Shaqiri, like he knew Shaqiri was coming for him. He loves to hold on to the ball too long, man. I'm telling you.
But even then, he's made the run, but he's not decided to. Oh, Wan-Bissaka, you could have got that, son.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh yeah.
He's worked out well for him.
I'll tell you what.
Out well for him.
I'll tell you who defend like what Wan-Bissaka did there. Arsenal defending. Arsenal don't press in that situation. They'll run towards a jockey and they'll run alongside and then put their arms by the side and turn. It's always.
But it's like Chris said earlier. He's not like a proactive. He's reactive. So rather than being proactive and cutting that ball out straight away, he's let it go to the player. He's then made the tackle fair enough.
And then we'll go, it's a great tackle from Wan-Bissaka.
He could, but he could have just cut the whole thing out by just going to the ball.
Yeah.
There is no room, man. Absolutely none.
That was on cue, that was brilliant. Oh. I love that sound.
Do you know what? On Friday, it's going to complete off topic. You know when you put something on your fork and I bit through the food and bit the fork on my
I hate that.
Mate, I've felt that sensation for the last 2 days. Like it hasn't gone away. It's proper annoying me.
Oh. In other news, should we have another news show on where we just chat about our life failings?
This just in: Cotton bit through a Chinese chicken ball and straight into the fork, but then still proceeds to open bottles with his teeth. Bong.
Yeah. It's a bit like have you ever bit in your cheek like when you
But
and
not
you just
like
think,
a little nip, not like a little nip, like a proper munch down, and you take a chunk. Yeah.
And you think I've adulted for 30 years. Like, why am I doing things like this? Like, what is going on?
How am I struggling to eat? Like my mum fed me as a baby. Why am I struggling to eat?
Yeah, I've pretty much got eating down to a T. Like this should not be happening at this point.
Oh,
yeah, and the pain lingers for ages. So you just sat there thinking about what you've just done.
Yeah. Has anyone else's Now TV just mad zoomed in?
No, but I've had that before.
I'm literally all I've got in my view now is the score. But now if I back out and fuck shit up, then I'm going to be. Oh no, because I can rewind, can't I?
Yeah.
Well, at least Amazon Prime don't have this game. Let's be honest.
One thing that happened to me the other day, and it was one of those situations where I got away with that. Is I kicked the side of the sofa.
Right, hold on.
On the little toe.
What minute and stuff are we on? Because I need to pause.
I'm 48, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, boys, what minutes are you on? Because I need to pause because I've just had to reset.
48, 25, 26.
Oh, I'm on 48. I'm bang on 45. So let me know when you get to 45.
34, 35, 36, 37.
I had to back out and come back in.
Yeah, go with Ed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, no.
So we've got Cavani.
I'm 7 seconds behind you. Yeah, so I was went back into the living room. I had things in my hand, and I kicked the side, like the foot of the sofa. And you know, if you catch your little toe, that's it. It's game over. Well, I caught like my middle toe, and because my other 3 were there, it wasn't as painful. It literally sort of like absorbed the pain throughout my whole foot. So it was like and I literally sat down. I was like, oh, got away with that one. That's my got away with that one today.
Brilliant.
Boring stories from Gav Mac. Jesus Christ.
That's all right. It takes more off the game.
I'll tell you, do you know who's
anyone who's watching along with us, you got any boring stories? By all means, put it in the comments.
Why is leaving that? Do you know who's had a solid game without being absolutely spectacular as usual? Just McTominay's had a great game.
Yeah,
McTominay couldn't be playing, and you say he had a great game though.
He's had a good game.
Who fanboys the most? Me on Reece James or Cotton on Scott McTominay?
The difference is McTominay's been back. The difference is I even said to Cotton that McTominay proved me wrong this year. Starting off that Scotland game, Reece James, I think he's good, but I think
McTominay's decent, man. If McTominay was Scottinho McTominay from Brazil or whatever, hold on, my picture's completely gone now.
No, you wouldn't be revered because you've got Fred.
No, I'm not saying be revered, but like, there might be a bit more respect on his name.
Is Fred Brazilian?
Yeah.
So, I love that. You buy a Brazilian, he's called bloody Fred. Fantastic.
I know, it's fantastic, isn't it? I just can't get my head around it. That's a fantastic point, though, about nationality and stuff, because I don't think McSauce gets enough credit because
he doesn't. He really doesn't. Lads, I've got to pause again because my thing's froze. I'm on 5108. Oh no, hold on. It's just no, hold on. It's my Now TV's having a fucking mare. Everyone, just carry on for a second. Just
talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, just.
We said this on McSauce. We said this on our podcast.
I'm on 50. Sorry. I'm on 51:30. So just let me know when you're on 51:30.
We're on 20.
6, 7, 8, 9, 30 now.
Right, everyone's well ahead of me.
It's TV, mate. It's the same with Amazon. It just jumps all forward, doesn't it? Like,
I can't stand Amazon coverage. I love Sky. Sky have stolen the Bundesliga average position little friggin' thing graphic. And it's like it doesn't really mean anything.
That
Ed, did you see both of us trying to be really quiet then and not react? Both of us look like we're on a roller coaster. Me and Chris were.
I know. I didn't know what to do. My hands was like.
It was like we're on a virtual roller coaster. We were both going.
Brilliant.
What is Lindelof doing all the way up there? Can you please get back, my son?
No,
but all jokes aside, by the McTominay thing, like he has literally been one of the main components that keeps this United side ticking.
You are right though, because look at the love Declan Rice gets in comparison to McTominay. Because I'd
have McTominay all day, every day.
McTominay over Rice.
I agree with you, but it's because
I will never ever have the Rice. Marshall, I dare you do something.
Well, that's the reference we made on the podcast last week. Like, I think McTominay and Rice are very, very similar players who play that same role for both teams. I just think Rice is more defensively adept, and McTominay's better going forward. He's got a bit more about him.
Because Rice could play centre half. Do you know what I mean?
So he's going at a high level though.
McTominay is Mr. Man United, man. Like, against Burnley, he might not turn up. The minute we play Liverpool, PSG, whoever, he just turns up. He rocks up in massive games, man.
Big game player.
I'd rather have McTominay than spend 90 on Declan Rice. Like, no, thank you. That's a poor ball. That's all yours, David.
Joe, it's really weird. I thought Liverpool would be having most of the ball for the whole game, and we'd be the counter-attacking team. But it's kind of like the roles are reversed.
Oh, the second half. But to be fair, the first half we haven't had.
The first half, Liverpool had a lot more of the ball.
Right. See, what Pogba's just done there is why he can't be trusted in a pivot, right? He's just lost the ball and literally just strolled further forward into the box, like swinging his arms, like, ugh. And it's like, mate, get back.
Go back and win that ball back.
This is why everyone thinks... Everyone thinks you can partner him in like a double pivot with someone that's defensive minded. It's like you really can't because he just leaves his post so much, man.
Chris, I want to know. I want to know what you think of Donny van der Beek as not as a player, but more the treatment that he gets. And do you think he should get more game time?
Do I think he should have had more game time than he's had? Yeah, I do. But I get what Ollie's doing, and he's getting quality all around the pitch. And Van der Beek seems like he's on board with what Ollie said to him, which is you will get your opportunity. Like you will get your opportunity. Van der Beek's he's a very interesting case because there's just some games where you can see his quality. And I think Van der Beek's better in games where we're playing the likes of your Burnleys or your Brightons, where they're going to be really, really awkward and resistant to you going anywhere near their penalty box at all stages of the game. And Van der Beek, he's one of the best in the world, I think, in his position at quick two-touch football. Gets the ball.
Where he's come from.
That's the Ajax Academy, yeah. I've got a question for you, Chris. I would say, I like Van der Beek, right? And my defence of everyone saying he's been treated poorly is like, listen, when you were signed, there's Pogba, Bruno, Fred, McTominay's had a great season last season.
Yeah, so he
didn't expect to walk into that starting lineup. So all this shit about he should leave, he's not getting bollocks, right? It's just media because it's United, it's clicks.
It's the media agenda again.
I would say when I've seen Van der Beek get his chances in games, he hasn't set the world on fire. Like he'll always finish the game and there'll always be stats by there'll be a retweet on Twitter like Van der Beek made 89% of his tackles and he won all of his interceptions and stuff. And it's like,
how many chances did he create though, Cotton? How many chances?
But it looks good after the fact. When you watch him in a game, there has been a lot of times where I've seen him play 90 minutes and do nothing. Not having a bad game, but just kind of like do nothing. And it's like, I understand why that he's been given his chance, and in games like this, he's not going to start in a game like this. And we've got Fred.
But like in games like in these situations, this is what happens. This is where Van der Beek will start, and you won't play him centrally. You know, they'll end up putting him like further out wide or something like that. We know he could do a job there, but he's not being used correctly. I think it's something that's been going on. It's been something that's been going on at United for.
He's not being used correctly at all. That's a throwaway statement.
No, I don't think it is. I don't see Van der Beek getting many chances. Well, he don't get many chances anyway.
That's
but
a goal kick.
Many opportunities to play in the middle of the park, controlling tempo. I would like to see if you were going to play a 4-2-3-1.
No, signed for a club that had like 8 midfielders in.
No, I agree. I agree with you. That's the thing. He's screwing up his own development here. Because if Man United were going to turn around and say we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, I would like to see him alongside Fred or McTominay, and then controlling things there.
I think he's too similar of a player to McTominay. Like he's better at. There's certain things he's better at, but they both want to get forward.
They do, but McTominay's better defensively, so you can play him in that.
Yeah, but only slightly. One of them isn't defensive minded enough to let the other one run. That's the problem. Hence why we can't. Hence why I would never play Pogba in the midfield.
No, you can't do that.
He just leaves his post. Mate, I'd rather play Bruno in the midfield too, because Bruno actually gets back and gets
deep line playmaker done.
Yeah.
Well, he gets yellow cards. He's been sent off before since he's been at United as well because of getting over involved. If you want to call it that.
Portuguese Darren Fletcher, Bruno.
Okay. But I see Van der Beek as more his best position on the pitch is more where Bruno operates, right behind those top 2 or top 3, but. The thing with Van der Beek is, the 2 points I want to make is he's not set the world alight. so far this season at Old Trafford. But I think, like any other footballer, you need a bit of rhythm. Like, you need a few games on the bounce.
5, 6, 7 games, 90 minutes at a time.
And then the other point is, I mean, yeah, you're going to play every single game at Ajax, but the everyday stuff, like the training, the facilities, the people that you're working under, the people that you're training alongside, you're not getting the same standard as you are at Man United. So in terms of Ajax to United, in terms of training, he's gone up in the world. But in terms of playing time, he's gone down in the world. So he's got to develop, but he's developing at a different way, at a different pace, because he's not just walked into another team.
Do you think Pogba's days were relatively numbered in terms of he'd definitely be there one more year, but he might be gone in,
that's the thing with
So,
exactly that.
Build it for the future sort of thing.
Yeah, Van Dijk is a future. He is a future boy. He is a future. Matic has got a year left in him tops. Pogba's probably going to bounce at the end of the season anyway. So there will be game time for him. There will be situations where we will get him in. And again, like I said, the only thing is, and the only reason I get so arsy about it is just the agenda around it, where it's like, United is ruining his talent. Like, they don't know what to do with him. That's why I took such offence to that they're playing him wrong, or they don't know what to do with him. It's like, that's not the case. When he signed, he knew the pecking order. He knew the situation. There's not one single way that he signed for United and thought, I'm breaking into that first team straight away. There's no way he thought that at all.
But then there's also an element of application, and we don't know what happens on the training field. And like, we used to see it with Arsenal, where Nicholas Bentner would be starting every week, and it's like, how is this guy starting every week? Because he's a legend. He scored more Bundesliga.
It's his birthday as well. Was that yesterday or today?
Yeah, yesterday. That's why I put the stats out. He's scored more. He's scored more Bundesliga goals than Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi combined. Yeah. He's scored more Premier League goals than Pele. Exactly. It's what I'm talking about. So people need to put.
Here we go. That's the change I want. That is the change I want.
Martial off, Cavani on. Here we go.
Oh, gutted. I want Martial.
Oh no! This is game.
Oh, here's the thing for you. I've got the stats here. So, do you know the team?
If you put Thomas Google on, that comes up first.
That's the one. Do you know the team in the Premier League that has spammed the most crosses this season?
Is it Sheffield United?
Wolves.
United.
Liverpool with 399. Manchester United 249.
Oh.
Yeah, as we've proven, stats mean nothing. Next.
but you can see why. Because
I'll back you on that one, Ed.
Ed, we've said it during Liverpool games where 20 minutes to go and you can't just break the defence down by Mane and Salah running in behind. It is literally just cross. Just stick it in, stick it in.
It is. I've noticed this year that
The game is switching a little bit Liverpool at the
minute.
What
from Martial, from Firmino, by the way. When Firmino is like if he's in the mood, he's got toes like that. It is so sick.
I love my goal kick. I love my goal kick.
Hello.
Did you get?
That's a goal kick, isn't it?
Thank you.
That is a goal kick all day.
Oh, Liverpool are gonna bag from this.
No, they're not. Now you've said that, we're not.
Oh, that's a goal kick, man. Liverpool.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, of course it was.
Theo.
We had this conversation the other day, right? So like leading up to goals and they check offsides and stuff. Surely, if someone scores from a corner, is it that beyond the realms of possibility just to check if it was a corner? It's just
not hard to look. It's not hard to look.
But it's just as far back as a foul in a build-up. Like, look at the Man United.
Well, just check it before the restart. Is that
exactly?
Because when there's lots of argument, we've just seen that in like half a second.
Yeah, I'm not saying check every single corner, but if it leads directly to a goal, give it a little check.
Yeah, but you don't need to check every single decision. You only need to check it when you think, "Ooh, I got that one wrong."
No, that's not the one there.
What are you doing? Oh, it's a bit frantic for
Cavani.
me.
Yes.
I'm getting that.
Behind you now, I think.
Do you want us to pause for you?
No, we'll pick a time when.
Chris, me and you pause at 63:30.
No, because I think I'm only like 2 seconds, but it makes it takes the anticipation of it.
Yeah, but we can pause for a second.
Yeah. Out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
There we go.
I'm back to 6 seconds behind you, lot. Yeah.
It takes 2 seconds. Well, I was smart enough.
Fletch.
I invested in an LTV stick, which changed my life.
Do you know, the more I think about it, the more I think Ollie's been quite intelligent with Cavani here because of who Liverpool have got playing centre-back. And Henderson and Fabinho are doing an admirable job, but they're not natural centre-backs, and he's a very intelligent striker. In terms of his movement, he's not
How
really
was
better.
Wan-Bissaka come out with the ball there? How was Wan-Bissaka literally just
I know.
looked like Bambi on ice for a whole 15 seconds and still came away with the ball? Do not give that as a foul. Well done, Refi.
Yeah.
Rashford, get inside.
I tell you what, though, Fabinho could play centre back though. Like you wouldn't think.
No, but a Monaco he played backhand centre back.
We've been gassed about it since back in the day when we used to run the penny whistle, mate. Like when we used to talk about Chelsea Chelsea missed a trick by signing.
Yeah, they signed Bakayoko.
Yeah, they signed the wrong guy. Then they should have signed
Fabinho.
Fabinho
Went Liverpool, man.
Fabinho could play centre mid, right back, centre mid. Is such an intelligent footballer and so underrated in my opinion.
Unpopular opinion, I think Fabinho's better than Van Dijk. I think he's Liverpool's best defender.
What?
Shoot, Cavani! Oh,
I thought we were all
book him! I need a Fabinho book him. Yes, Chris Brown, give me that card.
Hey, that's a fact.
Van Dijk's a better centre back, but Fabinho, the height they both possess, man, is unbelievable. Like
the reason why I say that is because I think Fabinho has something that every top centre back has, which is he can just read the game so well. And most of being a centre back is anticipation. You're the last line of defence for the goalkeeper. You've got to know what's going to happen.
That season when
he got that.
That season when Monaco won the league,
Rashford shooting
he played half the season at right back, didn't he?
Yeah, is Rashford shooting it though?
That defensive mindset is installed in his brain. He knows it. He gets it. He understands it.
I think Van Dijk's a fantastic defender, by the way. I don't mean that as in like Fabinho's leagues above him. I just think Fabinho's a class player. I really like Fabinho. I think he's one of the best players in Liverpool's team.
I love him.
Gav, we were having this conversation the other day. I can't fucking stand. What is the difference between taking a corner a millimetre outside of the D? He's trying to put the ball that much outside the spray. What's the point? A millimetre isn't going to make much difference.
It's not going to make. Yeah.
No. I need that, so I have an excuse if it went in.
Right into the wall.
Right, overtake this.
Straight the wall.
Touch for Pogba.
Thanks, Paladin.
Anyone with him? No one out to support him. No one there. How far off Wan-Bissaka was from Mane then?
This what, man?
Is that a Liverpool throw? Is what I was going to say.
No, definitely not.
Oh, this is so tense.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
I'd take a 0-0 right
Bruno.
Joe, stop the count. 0-0.
It's every little thing. It's like, you wake up in the morning to the media frenzy. Like I don't listen to the media all day. Like I won't listen to TalkSport. I won't listen to, because it's just going to be constant.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke Shaw just ragging Mo Salah. That's what the reason I didn't want Bailly in the squad for stuff like that, and Luke Shaw's done it, and I've applauded it. What an absolute fraud I am.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, John.
Go on, Cavani. Press.
It's a critical part of the game now where the last 20 minutes, a cagey game like this, there's going to be one big chance for each team. And
next goal wins, basically.
Yeah. For the rest goals.
Oh, I've got to go for a wee as well. And I was about to do it before the free kick, but I was like, oh no, I'll wait to see what happens here. And now I've just absolutely done myself in.
I broke the seal at half time and I am dying right now.
I've even got my browser shifted over on this monitor so I can't see the chat as well.
Yeah, I've done that. I do it all the time. I go straight to banners.
Yeah.
And then I can still have it on.
Oh yeah, of course I can just do that, dickhead.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I just literally had my half. I just literally had half my browser off the screen.
Yeah.
I realised I could do that.
Oh.
But this is what annoys me when Pog was literally like throwing his hands down and having a hissy fit. Like, that's your shit pass, mate. Don't give it the whole where's the runners. Like you just played a bad pass straight into traffic.
Oh, don't like this.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, Lindelof has been quality, man. Lindelof has completely justified why he started.
Yeah, I feel bad now because I was naysaying him before, saying Bailly should have been playing, but fair play. He's gonna
he's added some calm back there.
He's gonna score an own goal now, isn't he?
Oh, Fabinho, you need to chill, bro.
Yeah, and
oh, it's Thiago. Sorry, it's Thiago.
No, I knew it was Thiago.
I don't know why I thought Fabinho was wearing 6 in, but I saw that coming in and I was like, oh, both of them challenges. Whew. Makes sense why someone would go in on the challenges while they're not on a yellow. Right, oh no, I haven't got time to go for a week because Bruno's going to stick this in.
What, top bins.
If you go to the loo now, you're going to miss a Harry Maguire 40-yard volley, mate.
That's why I'm staying. That's why I'm staying.
Well, Harry got going to head it in. Good job, Michael Desk is made of wood. Jesus.
They tried to go for the same one we scored against City with a little dink over. And
it's not worked. That was absolutely atrocious. What was he thinking?
Waste. Yeah, it looks cool when it pays off, like that Rashford flick. Why have you done that? Right, go.
Oh, I don't know how I'm going to recover from this one if we lose, because it's not just the Man United loss. It's not just the 6 points. It's also that record of be taken by United. It'd be like, oh my God. The record's surely the least important thing about it, but still.
I know, but it's nice to have it, and it just sounds good.
Yeah. It gives you a confidence, because when I go, oh, Liverpool playing at Anfield, I go, oh, well, we've got a solid chance. But I don't think my mates will ever let it go if we lose 2-0.
But this is the thing, though. This is why I would have took a draw before the game, because 2017 last time Liverpool lost at home?
March 2017. It's crazy.
Exactly. You'd be silly not to take a point, because that's been the best case scenario for nearly 4 years.
I think only Chelsea have a better home record, or have a better unbeaten run than that. And I can't remember which season that was. Might have been. It's got to be that 9-10 maybe. Oh, I mean, it wasn't enough power. To be fair, he needed more pace on that ball for it to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a yellow.
Ding.
Do you think he'll get a yellow for that little?
I didn't see that. Lindelof, that's all you, baby girl. Yeah, well done.
Neither here nor there, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
How many yellows have we had so far? 2?
I think we've only had one. No, Shaqiri had one.
Oh, Shaqiri and Fabinho.
Shaqiri had a nibble in the first half, didn't he?
At least you can call us. At least you can call us dirty cheats for slowing down the game.
I can't even check. I don't want to check on my apps.
Oh, that's a great goal. No.
Spanish David.
I don't think we've had a shot on target.
I don't think you have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Who was it? Oh, was it that
Bruno had one on target.
Was it a free kick?
No, it was just outside the box. Sky Bet's favourite, like they'd have been fuming. Because even though it was literally 40 yards out straight at the keeper.
Solskjaer holding from the camera.
P-roller.
Not to sound like a Matt Letizia level pundit, but it only takes one shot, doesn't it? That's all that matters.
And if the keeper's been quiet all game, like if they're not fully switched on, you can catch them out.
Does City play tonight?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
City are going to be licking their lips because City go top if they win their game in hands and this is a draw.
No, they don't.
Yeah. No, they go one.
Do they? No,
they go 1 point handles.
Yeah.
Wait, so how many points have you got?
36.
Don't check because it'll give away scores if anyone's scored. If you check any of your apps, it'll give stuff away.
It's a very good idea. I've put my phone down.
But we were second above Leicester, so there's no way that City win takes them above.
No, they would. They'd go above you on goal difference.
Well, no. What? Even if we draw.
if you draw, you go on 38. They're on 32. They've still got their game in hand. They've got 2 games on you. They're on 34, 36.
Yeah, but
so if they win their 2 games in
hand,
no, not tonight, no. But it means it puts them in pole position to be top of the league, doesn't it? Because really, they're only second on a game in hand.
I was saying to Gav the other day when we did our little thing on Thursday, like we checked the odds on to win the league. Yeah, it's fucking scandalous. United are third favourites.
3-1 for
United are 6-1, mate.
Yeah.
Liverpool are second at 3-1. They've got City at 4-6 to win the league.
That's because City's run of games. They got a great run of games.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you ask me, who do I think is going to lift the trophy at the end of the season based on the last month of football, I'd probably say City. City probably invest in the football team been playing.
I'd like to see if I can get some odds on the title to go to Manchester, just in general. Like that must be like even money.
Yeah, it's got to be. You'd think so.
Actually, no, probably not because the City is so low. Oh God.
Oh
yes,
man.
Johnny Lindelof.
Firmino's just been, you know, like
he's had a shit game. Man, to be fair.
Yeah, he has. But the problem is we haven't got any subs for him because Divock Origi has been horrible this season. Absolutely horrible.
I know you're one of the first people to defend Firmino, and rightly so. He does offer more to the game than just goal scoring. But at the minute, I don't even think he's offering that.
But the problem is we can't sub him.
Yeah. Go on, Rashi. Do something mad stupid.
Oh, mate.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the chance, that
is the chance, yeah.
That was the chance. Even Bruno knows.
Bruno, what have you just left? Oh, okay, fair enough. It's gone out, but... Oh,
mate, that is heartbreaking.
Anywhere other than straight down the middle of the goal.
It looks like
it's a snapshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a snapshot, and it's come at him quick.
If he got a bit of height on that, it might have...
Yeah, if it goes top corner sort of thing.
Okay, it's Jones come on for Shaqiri. Okay, interesting.
Is that Liverpool shutting up shop, or does Jones drop into the fence?
Shaqiri's not that type of midfielder. That's just them trying to get a bit more creativity.
Yeah, does Jones drop into the fence and someone pushes up from...
No, Shaqiri's playing midfield, so he's just going to fill the void.
Has he given a foul throw?
That's embarrassing if he has.
I saw one earlier in the Tottenham game that clearly this definitely wasn't given, and it was very, very, very foul throw.
I'll tell you what, man. Tottenham, man, like some blatant decisions, like just even ones that don't affect the game. I've been seeing in Tottenham games lately, and they just don't get called up on it. And even the media,
mate, Harry Kane literally. Harry Kane doing a Goldberg spear into the keeper and knocking him into the net, and the ref's like, "Yeah, fuck it, man, whatever."
It's Harry Kane, mate.
Isn't it?
Harry Kane's still doing this, backing into defenders' shite as well, and he gets
and
I don't like it.
Mad called out. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be happy if he did it in England, like won the World Cup from it. Don't get me wrong, because it just
that's
shows
a different story altogether.
All the great strikers do that, like even like Luis Suarez and that, and just they just do anything to win.
But that's like the English press and the pundits cuss out English players when they dive, yeah. And it's like, listen, I am a shithouse fan. If we win the World Cup because Wayne Rooney has dived in the 94th minute when there's absolutely no contact and we've got a penalty and won, like I'm celebrating that like it's
like a 40-yarder, like Sterling's goal against Italy.
You've been on the receiving end of it
goal.
Times.
Yeah, everyone's been
it's like justice, man.
Yeah, everyone's. Everyone's been on the end of shit like that all the time.
That'll be on the highlight reel for Thiago later.
Shot on target.
Shot on target.
That's the one. Yeah, that'll be one. Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Can we have
drink anyway?
I think my £5
please, Dave.
For the over 2.5 is not going to end well.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's made for easy viewing for us as fans.
It's not been easy, mate. My arsehole is puckered like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, referee, there's got to be a bit of contact. Christ almighty.
Shaking like a shitting dog.
Not anymore, mate. No, you got to stick that in the highlight reel. The only way they got Thiago off the ball was by fouling him.
Cotton's mentioned it a few times, but I'm always intrigued to hear other United fans' point of view about the goalkeeping situation, Chris. Now, do you want to see Henderson as the number one? Do you think De Gea's days are numbered?
A bit of a similar situation to Shaw and Telles. Like, De Gea's actually played quite well this season, I think. I can't really knock him too much. Couple of iffy ones here and there, but I think Ollie's getting it right. I think he's done the right thing getting Henderson back in so we got quality cover. And by giving him all the cup games, and he'll probably give him all the Europa League games as well. He's getting a fair amount of games this season, like Henderson. Yeah. Between 20 and 30, he'll get the season, which is, fair enough. And De Gea can't complain either because he's getting all the big ones in the league. So I think he's treating it with kiddie gloves and he's trying to do the best he can by both parties. But Henderson's going to be... He's the future number one, isn't he? He is.
And De Gea can't really complain with his recent performances. Like, I love De Gea, staunch, massive I defended him for years and years. The last 2 seasons when he's been pretty off pace, I've been like, look, whether it was the fax machine, whatever it was, he could have gone and he should have gone and won titles in his career. And he stuck by us for 5 years and won Player of the Year for 3 of them. The team, we were shit. And he was just there for us all the time. He stopped us even being worse. So even seasons we were celebrating finishing 4th, we probably should have finished 9th without De Gea.
Fourth trophy, man.
So if he's going to have 1 or 2 off seasons, cool, man. It's all gravy. Like, and the thing that everyone forgets. Oh, Fred, that's a bit naughty. That everyone forgets. Peter Schmeichel, right? When we won the treble that season, he was dog shit, man. He was letting in stuff left, right, and centre. Like he wasn't a good keeper in his last few years. Well, his last year at United, and nobody got on his back about it because people forget it was different back then.
But United fans forget that there were a lot of times in that season. I wouldn't say you were lucky, but you didn't do things the standard Man United way.
Mate, Dave was literally pulling out saves. If it happened to you in FIFA or in a video game, you'd literally be like glitch, cheating.
I mean, God, I've literally seen you do it on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The treble season, we were lucky. I mean, we left it to the final day in the league.
Of course we were. Yeah, of course we were. We left it.
If Arsenal had beaten Leeds on the penultimate day of the season, we were in Arsenal's title that year.
Yeah, but Viduka had other ideas. Also, that season, Solskjaer not only scored a 91st minute winner in the Champions League, he scored like a 91st minute winner against Liverpool in the FA Cup as well.
In the FA Cup,
we had the dirtiest run in all of those cups, man.
Dennis Bergkamp's penalty was saved.
Yeah, the Champions League group stage, we had Barca and Bayern. The FA Cup run, we had Liverpool, Arsenal. We had literally just everyone being fun.
And that Newcastle side exactly weren't terrible back then as well.
The Premier League season, it was hotly contested. Like it went down to the final fucking day. Like it was stupid stuff, man.
I'm struggling.
Lindelof's been man of the match, man, so far.
I was just thinking that. I was thinking, Jesus.
Go on, Rashford, run!
Oh, Alisson's off his line.
Do something! Pass the fucking ball or shoot, man!
That was terrible.
Do something!
You know what, though?
Making.
Why is Cavani being Filippo Inzaghi there? Like, I'm just going to chill offside. I'll let you do it all.
I know. But have a shot then. Don't just fucking run it into the corner flag.
Yeah, but no, because we still had 2 defenders there. So I don't know why he's trying to fucking fake the man.
I don't know if you can see how cold that is. That is...
Oh, look at that.
You know when you get like the pumps in the clubs that are literally like frozen. Like,
that is gorgeous.
And you just want to stick your tongue on it.
You almost tried to open that with your hand again, didn't you?
Yeah, Johnny Lindelof has had
He's been brilliant today, to be fair.
Right, Chris, to be fair to Cavani...
He should have passed to Cavani, really.
Yeah, Cavani made the run and Rashford took way too long.
Should have been earlier.
I think he was waiting for Rashford. I think Rashford was waiting for Cavani to make more dive.
That's the chance, man. That is the chance. You have got to bag that.
Yeah, that should have been one now.
Paul, you could have put it anywhere.
I would have just loved to see Souness if that had gone in.
That goes left of the goalkeeper. Left of the goalkeeper and it's in, man.
Yeah, Graham Souness is having an aneurysm right now.
Oh my God!
Here comes Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire to finally actually score a fucking header.
Please, man, I've got my fingers and
that
everything.
The officials like.
Oh man, this would be the worst day ever. I don't need this. It's Sunday as well.
Oh me!
Yes! Fucking Jesus.
That's a great whip.
Oh, you're not gonna
Oh my Lord!
What?
What? Have we got a free kick? Let's have a look. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Rashford, man, that just had to be.
Rashford standing 17 yards offside, man.
Oh, thank God. Fair enough. I thought a foul happened.
Oh. I actually thought they was looking at like maybe a pen or something.
Yeah.
I thought,
mate, it's mad that, mate, this game has been all the decent chances have been United.
Yeah.
Bobby's off.
Mate, if Origi comes on now and scores a winner, I just don't even know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
He can't even run with the ball this year. It's actually scary what's happened to him. Like he was. Don't get me wrong, he was never a world beater, but he was at least effective.
Yeah.
This is some good build-up. This is some good build-up play.
Origi reminds me of Mbolo. Meant to be really good.
Liverpool,
leave Brill alone.
Brill could do one now, man. I swear.
Yeah, no, his leg got like snapped in half, man.
I couldn't give a shit. He's been playing for the last couple of seasons. He needs like 95 chances to just get one on target.
And Mbolo's still good.
No, he's not. Dead guy. As soon as Marcus Thuram comes back off his suspension, he is done. He's done in these streets.
It's poor delivery that from Trent.
Yeah, but there's no one there to pass to.
Oh no, because Salah was looking for that run down the channel. He was looking for that.
You know what, mate? When you're right, you're right.
Yeah, Maguire and Lindelof, touch wood, have both.
I mean, we haven't had 18 attempts. We've had one. Let's be honest.
What's on target?
Okay.
I don't remember you having 3 on target.
I don't. I know. I think there was a second one from Thiago, but I don't know.
I'd like to see the map of where the shots were from as well, like all 40 yards out.
Hey, look,
to be fair, prior to the last 5 minutes, all your ones were from like free kicks and that. So
yeah,
it's not been a great game in terms of final third, has it? But,
no, not at all.
It's
just a quality finishing. It's quality finishing.
You nearly did the game plan to perfection.
2 teams that don't want to lose the first game of a group stage of a World Cup.
Yeah.
That's a corner.
Oh, thank God for that, throw-in. Thank God for the corner flag.
It's the quality of the finishing. Like, if either of those big chances falls to Cavani, it's in.
Oh, yeah.
Here he comes. Here comes the boy. Here comes the boy. Who was it earlier that said I was going to have a smug look on my face with 6 Pogba on the back of my shirt? If this guy scores this fucking goal, trust me, and this chair is going through this window.
Van Persie 2.0.
There we go.
There it is. That's the one. So if Greenwood 11 scores, we are Gucci. Who's offside there? Yeah. I'd like to see who they give man of the match because I'm not even bullshitting you. I'd give it to Victor Lindelof or Luke Shaw.
I'd give it to VAR, me. I don't know who's been playing especially well.
I'll give it to Lindelof because he's made me forget Salah's on the pitch today.
Lindelof's been quality, man.
He's going to give away a penalty.
Look at McTominay. Go on then, McMessy-nay. Yeah,
McMessy-nay.
What was those eyes from Thiago? The ref like.
He looked coked up, didn't he?
Bruno's been kept quiet though. To be fair, as well, he's not had a splendid game.
No, he's waiting
for
the 98th minute.
I thought I saw 18. Then am I making it up? Is Bruno coming off?
He's taking Bruno off.
I thought I saw 18.
What's that, friends?
Number 18. That's what they're saying. Yeah, I thought I saw that. It was Fernandes. Yeah, it was Fernandes. Mate, Bruno's been pretty poor.
McSauce is down.
I didn't say anything.
Do you know that this is why I think Ollie deserves a little bit more respect?
Bruno, stick one on him! Stick one on him!
He deserves a little bit more respect, Ollie, for me, for having a bit of a backbone. Because Bruno, for a weaker manager, you keep him on the pitch because of all the media attention he gets and all the attention he gets.
Yeah.
But he saw it today. He's had a poor game. He's been below par. We want to take him off.
But that doesn't mean we're not going to. That doesn't mean we're not going to get a 98th minute Bruno winner from a penalty.
And also, it could have meant that he should have made that decision a little bit earlier. The way the game was going.
Who's Bruno shouting at? Is he shouting at Ollie?
Maybe. I don't mind that.
You know what? I like to see it. I kind of like to see it.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Oh, slapping Greenwood's hand.
Not happy.
No. But like, shook the hands with the gaffer. It's all cool, man. Like, you don't want to see your best players be happy that they're coming off. End of.
Yeah,
I agree.
Mane and Salah are a nightmare for it. Like,
oh my god!
You took Mane off the week on the 60th minute. He got 2 goals and he literally like fucking burnt the stadium. He's kicking boots. Like
that was in the Palace game. That was in the Crystal Palace game.
Yeah, I think 7-0, and he's like, "Fuck this."
I love that.
Mad. It's absolutely mad that this cat just sits here while I'm shouting and screaming. He just genuinely couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, because he's used to it.
Yeah.
Look, annoying. Like, no, he's fine.
He'll be saying that to all his mates down on the street later, like, fucking roaring again. Runs a podcast.
He's a high class cat. He's not allowed out of the house. So.
House cat, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not down for the cat life.
Pussy hole.
Hey, I'm down for that one.
No,
stick this cross in. Cavani nods it in. We all go home happy. What's added on? 4? Even though not much has happened, just 4 for the drama.
Yeah, 4's a new 3 in it. So
you just brought on the graphic, the doomsday graphic. Most goals scored after the 90th minute. United at top.
What, the 98th minute? You should say 95. Not after full time.
This
goal. 3 minutes. Oh snap!
This season, man.
Oh man,
3 minutes.
Quite look as nervous as I do. I've got to go work tomorrow, Klopp, so don't look too nervous.
I won't worry about it.
Referee, he's hanging out his arsehole, mate.
I don't know. Oh, T-Bot's going to lose the ball.
Mate, he was literally hanging out of his arsehole.
Oh, I don't like corners in the 91st minute.
Don't worry. We'll be like 91-15, don't worry.
Come on, Spanish Dave.
Yeah, it'll be the 92nd minute by then.
How are we going to get a penalty in the 91st minute when you're in our box?
Yeah, exactly.
There's ways of happening. We won't contravene the laws of the game too much. There is still a chance.
I hate my life.
Poor corner.
Go on, Paul. Look at Greenwood. Look at Mason.
Yes, Jimmy.
Oh,
I think it's going to be 0-0, and I'll be happy with that.
You reckon with 60 seconds left?
Yeah.
Well,
Ed's going out on a limb here.
There was 4 minutes to add on in the Stuttgart versus Gladbach game yesterday, and it was 2-1 to Gladbach. 4 minutes to add on, and then the 95th minute, a penalty was given, and it finished 2-2. So you never know.
Hang on, pal.
What's that for?
I don't know. I'm assuming Trent.
He doesn't even know what it's for. So what's that for? Paul Tin is like,
sure. With the gamesmanship, just like drop to your knees, mate. Fuck it.
Yeah, I know, but that was a decent opportunity.
Oh, it's a foul. Oh, yeah. Trent's fouled him.
I'm really not sure what happened there.
Hey,
Luke.
They wanted handball from Shaw, so Trent's just kind of like shoved it.
Yeah, a bit petulant.
Excuse me.
I'm happy. I don't care. I'm happy. We were shit today, and we didn't lose.
Well, there's only a couple of seconds left, so we're going to go straight into the review straight after this. Do any of you need to go get a refreshment at all?
I will do. We're not going to go straight as the whistle's blown, are we?
Well, might as well. We ain't doing anything else, are we?
I wouldn't mind getting it out of the way because I want
No, that's what I mean. We've got time to get a drink. We've got time to get a drink.
I get my 5 minutes out, and that's it.
My table's laden with beers, so I'm ready to go.
Get your pussy old ass out of here, ref. It's 90. Like we're in the 94th minute. Blow the fucking whistle.
Don't worry, we always play. We play it short. We play it short in the last minute. We won't.
I'm an outsider, lad, so I can piss off if you want. But if you're game to have me on,
no, if you're hanging about, you're hanging about. If you got beer left,
I've got beer and a half, mate. Got beer and a half.
All right,
got no choice then.
Don't be playing it short. Don't be playing it short like the last 2 times we've done this.
Oh, you've loved doing that this season.
Stop it!
Played it short.
Playing it short and Divock Origi worries me.
Playing it short, bro. Every time.
Don't
Nil-nil.
football.
I can't believe that.
To be fair, Liverpool Man United games for the last 10 years have been shit. Like, I reckon.
I'm going to say, and this is non-biased, I think Liverpool have done well to get out of that unscathed.
Oh yeah, we have, because you had the best chance of the game.
I think we had the best chance. I think we did the most there.
God. Crap. Salah does look a little bit off the touch. Oh God. Whatever. We didn't lose. I'm happy with that.
So you have to have beers to join, or wants up Pims and Port to join. You might be able to do that for the Euros because that's summertime. It's the only time it's semi-legitimate to drink that.
I'll just go and get this wee out of the way, and then I'll join you all.
Yeah, lovely. Right, so there's a wee over there. There's a. Is there a refreshment there from Ed?
Yeah, I was going to go get to my fridge is.
Your fridge is there. That's why I didn't
let me go get a cuppa because you're not all drinking beer.
I feel just to get up anyway, just so Cat can talk, so Cotton and his cat can chat to the. Oh my God, absolutely brilliant. That was hard work. That was truly hard work from a neutral's point of view. I wanted to see more, and I would like to know what Roy Keane's going to say right now because everyone's like all hugging, like, "Well done today, mate."
No, Roy Keane will be positive. He'll say like, United had the best chances. That like they've done well. It's Liverpool at Anfield, man. Like it is what it is. They're the current champions. We're at the top of the league when we're not expected to be there. So, I mean, can you really, like... Yeah, what's he talking about with City? Like, let them win tonight. Like, let them.
Yeah, City, now City have got 2 games in hand technically over United. Well, they have, not technically, they have over United. And now, if they win both of those games, they'll go Eddie's. I think that's what the hard bit is, really.
So, who got man of the match? I want to look on SofaScore and see who they gave the rating to. I said Shaw or Lindelof. They've gone with
Pep Guardiola.
Let's remember. Okay, for what it's worth, SofaScore have given Harry Maguire an 8.0, given Thiago an 8.2. For what? For what?
You had a one shot on target.
As far as I'm concerned, 7's in the midfield. I mean, it was very much evenly contested in the middle of the park. And when you get a game like that where no side takes over the midfield over the other, I think everyone gets 7's. Because you've kind of done your job to the standard that you're expected to do your job. You've not run the game like
standard expected is a 7. I think every player, when you start the match, should start on a 7, and it's up to them individually to bring it up to an 8, 9, whatever, or drop it to something else. What you seen? What you seen?
Whatever that is, I love it.
No, my bottles in my little freezer section, the fridge is so cold they literally stuck to my skin when I pulled them out. So I know.
Oh yes, but let's hope that they're not in a position where they are too cold.
No, they're not slush. They're not slush. It's just like the little freezer section you have in the top of the fridge.
Yeah.
they're just in there. Like they're not that crazy cold. Like they've only every time I take one out, I'm putting a new one in.
We're not in the show, are we?
No,
Yeah, we
you're
are.
good. Hey,
Oh yeah.
You lot are living in the future with fridges. I'm here just with a bucket of ice.
and this is why Chris got the nickname Thermos from me yesterday.
So that's my cat is literally on top of my fridge, yeah, and it's not even like I'm such a grown adult baby. That fridge is literally just a beer fridge. Like it's not even like.
Good lad.
I want you to just throw out there. When I went to go make the coffee, I fell down the stairs.
Nice. we're all winning. We're all winning tonight.
Yeah. And you know what? They'll show that on Sky Sports now. It's probably the highlight of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Roy King giving me shit. Like.
Oh dear.
All right. Should we get?
Euler is not happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we let's do this. So everyone who is hanging around with us, that is great. This is now time for the Premier League review show. Hello and welcome to the Premier League review show. It's game day 18 technically, despite all the games being called off or whatever. I'm Gav Mack, that's Stephen Cotton, that's Ed Hall. We are part of the Two at Top fraternity. We all know this. Bonjour, gents.
Hello.
Bonjour. Hello.
Hello. And we are joined. Oh, hold on.
So, no, I just felt like I had to speak French then. Like you said bonjour and I couldn't even just say hello. I felt like I had to say bonjour. Like, I don't know what to
that's
say.
what we do. We are continental. That's what we do. We are beamed all over the world, which is great. Thanks to Anchor.fm, where you can listen to us and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at Two at Top Football on all social media platforms. And did you know if you put Two at Top into Google, our name comes up first? Well, now you bloody well do. We are joined.
The smoothest thing ever.
It was, wasn't it? Or was that me or you pouring the beer? Which one?
No, you. That was smoother than James Brown drinking a Guinness, man. That was.
Well, we are joined on this week's show by Chris Thermos Collins. How are you?
I'd say hello in a continental way, but I don't know any continental words, so you're all right, lads. How you doing?
well, you're from up north. That's more than continental for us.
So, we get subtitles in the bottom, please.
For audio listeners, I'll write a transcript for you. No, Chris is from the Four Manx One Toffee podcast. So make sure you listen to those guys. And if you're watching,
strictly Liverpool. That's all they talk about. I just love
it. Yeah, they're literally just the hatred to Liverpool, nothing else. So,
hold on. I've just thought Four Manx One Toffee. That must have been absolutely hell for you guys last year with Liverpool in the league. Like that, honestly, must have been.
Saying all we do is talk about Liverpool. Well, get your facts straight. 90% of the time we talk about Liverpool. Yeah. 10% talk about other things, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to have you joining us on the show this week, Chris. And you can obviously subscribe to our bits and bobs because you already do or not, because you're listening to us, but also have a look at their stuff as well, because it's pretty top dollar stuff, that is. So love it. Right, let's go into the realness, because we've just watched we just done a watch along
game of the season.
Yeah, well, on paper, yes, it was. What it brought to the table, not so much, and that was Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Liverpool still remain unbeaten at home in the league. That's now 68 games without defeat for those boys there. I know, it's ridiculous.
That is a bit extra, that is.
Oh no, it's getting boring now. We're just waiting for Sheffield United to overturn, because that would just be really funny.
It'll be Burnley or Palace. It
would be great if it was Palace, because it would be like a full circle, wouldn't it? Let's go. Should we go to the newbie to break that game down that we've just seen? Chris,
big pressure on me now. I think everyone saw it, didn't they? It cagey. That's all you can say. Game a few chances. Pogba was a big one. The Pogba one straight at the keeper was a big one. That's a chance. And in a game as cagey as this, where there's a lot on the line, it's only going to be 3 winners. Like, if we win, we win. If Liverpool win, they win. And if you get the draw like we've had today, City are the winners because they're going to make the most of it. Their games in hand probably now.
Well, their games in hand, if they win both of those, that actually takes them to the top of the table, which is going to put incredible amount of pressure on Manchester United. How do you think, Cotton, that will affect the... In fact, do you think that the result today, knowing that City have got 2 games in hand, will affect the Manchester United camp?
Not at all. If you, we said this before. Obviously, we've been massively underdogs for, like, with Manchester United, we're top of the league, and people were still like, "How has this happened? Why has this happened?" So a draw against Liverpool, who were unbeaten at Anfield in 784 years. The last time Liverpool lost at home, Yoda was still a baby. Like, that's so it's not a huge deal. So a draw is okay. We're still top of the league, sort of thing. City still do need to win their games in hand. As crazy as this season has been, it wouldn't surprise me if City drops a point or two. They drew West Brom a few weeks ago. It's not plain sailing. It's not automatically written that City are going to get their points. Anything could happen this season. Yeah. Going into this game, I would have taken a point.
Yes.
After watching the game, I'm just a little bit annoyed that we didn't get all 3 because I think we had the better chances. But for the table's sake, for my mental health's sake, not losing to Liverpool and not having to be bantered for weeks on end in lockdown has actually been all right. So yeah, I'll take the draw.
Ed, where's your head at after that game?
Where's your head at?
In fact, where's your head
at?
Right.
No one's even said where's your head at, which is annoying.
What is wrong with us? In fact, I'm actually more living with you, Cotton, because you are the pornographer here.
All right, let's be one. Ed, about the Liverpool United game, where's your head at?
Hey.
It was such a cagey affair. I'm so relieved because worst scenario for me would have been losing the record, going 6 points behind, both to United. That would have ruined me. I couldn't have done a week at work following that. But yeah, as much as it was a cagey affair, and I don't think either side played particularly well. You're both right. All 3 of you are right. Just used to having 2 of you. Man United easily could have won that game. Man United easily could have won that game. They had the better of the chances, and they suffocated Liverpool. Liverpool didn't have much space. I've said this before. I think because of the little midfield switch up we've got, Mane and Salah are receiving the ball a bit deeper, and they're not really able to do much. So we're just whipping the ball into the box. We're obviously still in the title race. It's a 3-horse race. I'm not happy, in truth, of where things are going because we look like we're declining more than progressing, and I don't know how much of that I can put on injuries.
What I was going to say, like, what do you think is bringing that along? Because defensively, you know, we can only really look at one game where you've had major issues defensively, and that was just an anomaly. But other than that, you know, you keep a lot of clean sheets. If you do concede, it's only 1. Most of the times, you win those games. But what's changed? Because I'm expecting Liverpool, they are the champions. I'm expecting them to walk into most games with the champions swagger, like how Man United have done in the past, how Chelsea have done in the past, how City to a degree have gone in the past. Whether they've won it back to back or not is irrelevant. But like Liverpool haven't brought that to the table this year.
No, I agree with you, but I think we've been at 110% effort for about 2.5 years, and it eventually was going to slow down. All teams go through it. I think there's an element of just bad form. Maybe, I mean, look at Manchester City. They got 100 points and 98 points, and then they had that 3rd shaky season, which happened to be the season we won the league. They've kind of had they had so many injuries that season. Very similar to what we've had this season. Maybe you just need a year of resetting, get your heads together, and you know, I mean, we're still in the title race. It's not to say it's over.
Oh my god, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, if you was to tell me now, do I think Liverpool will win the league based on the football I'm seeing? I'll say no.
Do you know what I said? The thing is, it's always the old cliche goes: winning a title is hard, like retaining it is harder. And it may seem like such a pointless conversation, or like it doesn't matter. But if you've not had players in your squad that have ever won the league before, winning the league the first time is great, but then you don't know how to push on from that, because some people can get complacent, like we've just won the league. Like, look, Leicester, I know it was an anomaly.
Complacent and yeah.
Leicester, I know it was an anomaly. They won the league, but they won the league, and did they press on? No, they didn't. Everyone kind of
they had that sort of relegation form at the beginning of the season, didn't they? They looked awful.
Well, because they switched off, and like it sounds stupid. Like if you have a winning mentality, you have a winning mentality. Like there were players in that squad that were right. We need to press on and make sure we win it again this year. And I look at the Liverpool squad, because obviously none of them have ever won the league before, and that's not even a dig. That's like, do you know what I mean? I don't know if the mental side of the game is there where they know how to defend the title. Do you know what I mean? Because look at how many good teams we've seen come and win the Premier League and then not retain it the next season for whatever reason. And it's hard to keep, like Ed said, keep at your level because Liverpool were at that level for a year and a half, 2 years before they even won the league. Like they were the best team in England. They were the best team in England for 2 years, and they didn't even win the league, which is the craziest thing. So to keep up that sort of momentum, and now at the minute, especially with how different the game is with lockdown, you've got no fans. The schedule is crazy at the minute. It's just such a weird game right now. I agree with Ed, though. I can't see Liverpool retaining the title with this sort of football. At the start of the season, I was very adamant that they were going to win the league again. But yeah, I don't think they will now.
Your closest challenges, I would say, Liverpool at this current moment in time is second place Leicester, and they won 2-0 yesterday at Southampton, which, you know, it's a great result really at the end of the day for Leicester, because, you know, this result anyway has got a bit of history over the last couple of seasons. You know, this is the game that Southampton actually won last season at the King Power after their 9-0 drubbing. So it shows a little bit of maturity to Leicester's form, especially this season, I would say, because going back off what Cotton said, they don't really know what they're doing. You know, they won the title. They didn't really know what to do next, where I feel that after every time they lose a game this season, they are growing in confidence off the back of it going into the next game. Does that make sense, sort of thing? So they've last season when they lost the game, it was like, oh no, what do we do? You know, and then they'll lose the following game, and then the game after that they'll draw against someone lowly down the bottom of the league. Whereas this season, if they lose a game, they bounce back. It's like, right, okay, this is what we've done here. This is where we need to learn. This is where we need to grow. And when a team is playing like that, I think everybody around the top should be fearful. They are the most unpredictable. Not unpredictable. That's the wrong word. They are the team that are causing the least amount of fuss in the top four. They could go on and win the league this year.
Yeah, they're like sneaking under the radar sort of thing. Yeah.
Chris, where do you think Leicester are at mentally?
It's a difficult one with Leicester, isn't it? Because on one side, on one flip of the coin, you've got a team that has absolutely zero pressure on them whatsoever. I don't think anyone, even though Leicester did the unthinkable a few seasons ago, won the league, I don't think anyone realistically thinks that Leicester are going to put up a title charge to the end of the season this season. But then on the other side of it, you know, have they got the squad to do it? They've had a few injuries this season. I know they're starting to get players back now, like one or two, but that plays against you, especially in a long season, a crazy one like we're seeing at the moment. It's hard to say. Like you just said it yourself, they're a bit erratic, I think is the best way to describe Leicester City. You don't know whether you're going to get Leicester City who beat City comprehensively, or whether you're going to get the one that turned up to Liverpool where they were expected to get a comprehensive result themselves, with Liverpool having so many defensive injuries.
Yeah, and she had their trousers pulled down.
Yeah, exactly. And they're back to square one again. So it's a bit of a weird one. And I think form like that, where it's erratic all over the place, is going to be the reason why ultimately they're going to fall well short of what I would expect to be still an Us, City, Liverpool, and Chelsea probably top.
You think
4.
Chelsea will be able to find some form?
I think Chelsea have still got, even though their form, again, like Leicester, it's all over the place. I just think they've got the quality, the strength and depth, and they've got the know-how. Like they've already got top 4 last season with a transfer embargo. Like, I say that with quote marks because they got players in despite them not being allowed to. I still think they've got enough about them to sneak top 4. I just don't think Leicester are going to be consistent enough to come into the back end and maybe get 4th or 3rd place, if that makes sense.
Chelsea have that squad, don't they? I mean, you think where Chelsea are at is reasonable. We probably say we want more from them considering the players they've got, but there's a catch-22 to that. They've still got all them players to come good, and even just half them players start performing to their ability, they're going to rack up the points. So that's good. That's a good shout.
Cotton, like, do you think there's there might be a little bit of naivety with Leicester's approach to certain games?
No, I don't think so. I think that they, like you said, they're under the radar. When you're doing really well, but there's like no pressure on you, like it's so easy to go out there and play your football. Like if you're a Leicester player and fair enough, you're doing really well in the league, but there's not heaps and heaps of pressure on you, go out and play your game. Like Maddison this season, Maddison's not been great this season, but he's still been popping up with goals and assists because they're playing their style of football. And the more they win and the more it snowballs and snowballs and snowballs, it's easy to be a Leicester player. And like you said, there's not one of them in that Leicester squad right now that's thinking, right, we're going to win the league this year.
Yeah.
But keep playing your game, keep playing what you're being told to. Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, think a few weeks ago, Southampton were top of the league. Right? Yep. No one believed they were going to win the league, but they were doing the same thing. They were playing ridiculously attractive football. They were playing good football and winning games. Now that's cooled off a little bit. It is what it is. I can understand why you'd ask the question, is it naive or is it like just their style of football? I think Leicester this season would do well to, this is going to sound really disrespectful, I think Leicester this season would do really well to finish Europa League just because of the teams that are going around for the top 4 at the minute.
Yeah. The goals came from Maddison and Barnes, Harvey Barnes. I didn't put the closed bracket on that. That's wound me up a little bit.
Can I talk just 2 seconds about this Maddison goal?
Well, this is what, yeah. This is what I wanted to talk about in particular.
Normally I'd be like, keeper, you don't want to be beaten at your near post.
Nah,
no chance in hell. No chance in hell.
I have not seen a shot hit that hard for since, I don't know, Sinisa Mihailovic.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Chris Ed, do you ever remember playing FIFA Street on the original like PS2? You know when you get that, you got that power up where it was like you hit it and it just went, and it like went through the goalkeeper and through the goal. Like it was a flame effect and stuff. He hit it that hard. It was like, oh, okay. Like, sorry, mate. Like didn't mean to upset you. Like he's literally put that through the net, through the keeper, through the stand. It nearly travelled from Leicester to Northampton and nearly hit me. That's how hard he's hit.
Oh, I love it. No, that's yeah. The other thing as well that I wanted to mention very quickly is the goal celebration.
I didn't see it. Go on.
So it was a socially distanced goal celebration.
Oh really?
It was such a like Maddison. Maddison literally went like, "Oh, pretend high five, hot," and it was kind of like, So they weren't even that inventive. Like we literally during lockdown, we've seen players like pull masks out, do like crazy cool stuff, and they literally just went like, "You can't come near me." And
well, it's a bit like that girl. It's a bit like that girl who like moved away from Madison when he tried to kiss her. You seen that video of a drunk Madison?
Yeah,
man. On some girl.
Yeah.
It's like on my heart hurt for him. I was like, oh my god! Imagine seeing that the next day.
All you needed was the GTA wasted music coming in, black and white, like yeah. So obviously Gav's we've lost Gav for a second, but yeah, his celebration. Madison was like, "Oh, don't come near me, pretend high five, like whatever," and it was like just really boring, sort of like bad banter.
I feel sorry for the goal scorers because, I mean, it's all well and good for the prolific goal scorers who know that they're going to score. But, I mean, say you get someone like I don't know, we're talking about Leicester, say Fofana pops up with a goal. Like, he's going to be running to the corner. Exactly. Yeah. He's going to be running to the corner thinking, what the fuck am I going to do here now?
Yeah.
It's one of them. Like, how do you even prepare? Because it's not like you can just go for that. You know, that standard, I'm going to hug all my teammates, like wave to the cameras, wave to the fans that used to be there, and just like walk back to the centre circle and just crack on, isn't it?
Well, you walk back to the centre circle and wait for VAR to overturn the decision.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I was like earlier. I was so like perturbed and annoyed with the whole football players shouldn't be hugging and high-fiving after a goal. Like, the people that complain about that yet? Have you ever watched a game of football? Like, do you know how a corner is defended? What about, okay, so can we not have walls anymore? Are we socially distancing at walls? At walls, not wolves. Walls now. Like, can you not build a wall? Like, what's the crack? Like, if you're literally having 22 grown, sweaty men touch each other for 90 minutes, what difference does it make if, again, surely they're in the same, yeah, exactly, they're in the same bubble, they're all literally getting tested 4 or 5 times a week privately or whatever it is. What does it matter if your man's hugging someone? Like, get that people are annoyed with people being stupid, and is this guy literally, I'm so really sorry, is he gonna get sent off? No, it doesn't matter. I'm watching Schalke Frankfurt. Sorry, someone just got subbed on and this carded it in about 5 seconds.
If you want to learn more about that game, you can tune in on Wednesday, by the way, for the Bundesliga show.
There we go. Nice little segment.
We do a Bundesliga show.
The whole they shouldn't be hugging thing is absolute nonsense. And I get, listen, I haven't got to hug my nan in a year. I get that. But listen, if someone wants to pay for me and my nan to be privately tested week in, week out, I'll go hug my nan. Like, that's just how the game is. Like, and I would say as well, while we're moaning about this subject, before football fully gets shut down, which I really hope it doesn't, Neil Warnock nailed on the head during the week, how many people, including myself, are just relying on football at the minute to get us through this lockdown. Like, I look forward to nothing anymore other than knowing that there is a game tonight or 2 games tomorrow, this, that, and the other, because I can't leave my house. I can't do anything. I'm on furlough again. All I look forward to in my life right now is to watch some football. So if people all they've got to complain about is players hugging each other, like, just get on with it.
Do you think it's going to solve all that, though, if they do this bubble thing that they're starting to talk about at the moment, where they put all the players into like a basketball? I don't know if you like to keep up with the basketball.
NBA, the NBA,
yeah. Like if they do what they did, like, or what they have done for the NBA,
well, they sent them all down to Disneyland, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Disney World.
I think, to be honest, personally, I think that's probably the answer. I think it's probably, probably safest for everyone, including the footballers. Yeah. And it's probably the best way from a PR perspective, let's call it, to put out to the outside world. Yeah, we are taking it seriously. We know we're privileged, and we're going to do all we can to keep this within the game.
I think that's what they should probably do.
Where would you do it? Because even St George's Park isn't big enough.
Well, they've got a few hotels there, but like, I think for the Euros in particular, they should do that. And I'm annoyed. Everyone's annoyed with the whole COVID situation, but last year I was really looking forward to going to my first international tournament as a fan. I've always applied for tickets. I've never got them until the Euro 2020. I was meant to be going to Italy versus Switzerland. Obviously, the Euros didn't go ahead, and it's going ahead this year instead. and it looks like that I might not be able to go again. So I think what they should do is move it all to one country. I think that would be important to do that. Ideally in England, but if not, wherever in whatever country, and then just organise the groups per city, and you play 2 games per day on that particular pitch in that area for whatever reason, and so, like, for instance, just say if it was over here, Group A games are played in North London, and Group A's fixtures will be at the Emirates. Group B's fixtures will be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Do you see what I mean? So, like, do it that way, and then Group C and D, they'll be based in the Northwest, so they'll play their games at Anfield and Goodison, and then the Etihad and Old Trafford. And you could do that. You are minimalising risk. You're not going from Newcastle to play at St James's Park on Tuesday, and then Friday's game is down at St Mary's. Do you see what I mean? So you're,
yeah, it's a good idea.
You're keeping things much tighter. I know we digress a little bit, but it's all James Maddison's fault, frankly. He should have just hugged everyone. He should have just hugged everyone after scoring this goal.
On an hour's tangent, Maddison.
I know. I'll tell you what, right? I'm gonna tweet him, let him know about himself.
Bloody James Maddison and his European laws.
It is, and he's sick of him sticking by the rules and socially distancing. Right. How dare he?
Gav, I'm really sorry. Like, before we segue between games, I know this is completely off tangent, but this is fully something that I said to you the other day, right? Just to let you know, Frankfurt Schalke was 1-1 until the 62nd minute. They've subbed in Luka Jovic. 72nd minute, goal, Luka Jovic. 90 plus 2 minutes, goal, Luka Jovic. He's already got
That is why. Hold on.
And I begged Sky Bet to. I tweeted them, requested bet saying Luka Jovic should get 10 plus Bundesliga goals for the rest of the season, and they said no. And he's already got 2 in one game. The guy's a freak. Why we didn't sign him? I'm annoyed. Let's get back to the Premier League.
Well, Schalke are socially distancing themselves away again from their victory last week. One team who have socially distanced themselves again is Sheffield United, but I've got a positive light to put on the back of this. But we'll start with the negativity from them, and a positive way for Spurs. It was Sheffield United 1, Tottenham 3. The goals came from Serge Aurier from a header earlier on. It was like about 5 minutes into the game. Harry Kane with you can arguably say that it was a typical Harry Kane finish. It was a lovely goal from the edge of the box, jinking through a couple of players. David McGoldrick brought one back just before the hour mark before Ndombele. Was it intentional or not?
Listen,
I think the jury's out there, but it ended with the back of the net.
Whether he was intending that to go in the net or back post for someone to head it in, he was aiming for back post. It's a good piece of play, right? Like, I won't say a good goal or whatever, but it was a good piece of play. Like, whether it goes in or someone heads it in, he knew what he was doing. He knew he had to get the ball back post. It was good. The Kane goal, I mislaid the stat, but there was something like that's one of he scored an X amount of goals from outside the box now. Like, he's up there with Lampard and Ronaldo for amount of goals scored outside the box or something like that, which is crazy in itself. But
Harry Kane, yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come good. He's had 6 seasons now at the top. Is this his last season at the top? No, I'm not playing. I just want to watch.
Third, maybe.
You've done it for 6 seasons now. Is that
he's a one-season wonder? When's he going to finally pull his finger out? And I did hear a stat that is true though, that I do remember. So obviously Mourinho has turned him into this 90s Holland. No, but he has turned him into this 90s Holland pure total footballer, where Harry Kane already this season has more goal involvement, so goals and assists, than he had last season or has ever had in the Spurs shirt. So like,
It's
even
top of the
last
assist
season-
charts.
yeah, so even last season,
He's second on the list with the pro goal. Is was it 23 goal involvements in the league only? In the league only. That doesn't even include what he's been doing in Europe or what he's done for Angleterre. It's just straight up in the Premier League. Chris, you don't look convinced.
I'm actually.
Oh, where you went like that? Where you went like that? I thought you were like.
No, it's more of a, like he's been on the top for so many years. I think Kane himself has just thought like, do you know what? I'm not winning trophies. What else can I do to remind people how sick I am? All right, yes, fuck it. I'm just going to bag loads of assists. That's what I'm going to do this season. He's turned into a prolific striker, like a. I don't want to call him a Van Nistelrooy from a United perspective. I don't want to call him a Van Nistelrooy because he's excellent outside of the box as well. And I love Van Nistelrooy, but he did 99% of his work inside the box. But he's
that 1% being against Fulham.
I was going to say that one and only moment.
Great goal. But he's dropped a peg back now, and he's doing so much more work, like in all areas of the pitch. I've seen Harry Kane at times this season defending corners. Like last man.
Oh, that's what he does. We take the mick out of him.
Chris, during the game earlier, the commentator literally said, "Oh, look at Harry Kane playing left wing back," and he genuinely was. He was genuinely back there winning tackles in a left wing back position, and it was like,
it's just unbelievable.
But it gets to a point where when you win games, it's like, oh yeah, they're all putting a shift in. If Tottenham lose a game and Kane's playing left back, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is our main target man, number 9, 6'4", giant centre forward, why is he back here doing this dirty work? And like Mourinho, Chris, Gav knows that I've suffered, but you've suffered as well. We had to watch Mourinho and Van Gaal football where everyone had to play 9 positions. Like, you couldn't just play centre mid. You had to be centre mid, left back, centre back, right back, centre forward, serve a chippy tea on a Tuesday in a chip shop. Like, you couldn't just be one player. So now the Spurs players are kind of feeling this as well, because there's certain players that are really adapting to this, and there's certain Spurs players that really aren't adapting to the life of having to play multiple positions.
It's sort of half
I thought you were going down that route.
It's sort of half that, and it's half like it's almost as if Harry Kane just. Do you know when I used to play football and you all probably did as well. I used to play football as a youngster, and I was never any good, absolutely crap. But there were certain players that I played for.
Yeah, but you stopped playing. I was stupid and decided to become a referee. You did the right thing.
Was Gav a referee?
Hold on. Let me have a look.
Was Gav a referee? Yeah, check the books.
Is that Michael Aspel? This is your life.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't mentioned that yet. No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That book's out of date. That book is already out of date. If you've not got Gav mentioned he was a referee, it's already out of date.
I love that. I didn't know I was a thing, but fair play.
Yeah.
I used to play football as a kid. I stopped early, luckily. But playing in Manchester, playing in South Manchester, obviously I knew loads of people who went on to City, went on to United. Great players. We had one lad who used to play up front. He might listen to this podcast, I don't know. A lad called Aaron Beaumont. Absolutely class. He's mates with Danny Welbeck, incidentally enough. I used to have him on Facebook a few years ago, and he had Welbeck on his Facebook. He used to take pictures of him all the time. And he got scouted for United once, and he was one of those where he was just so much better than everyone else on the pitch at like a young age. And he used to do what Kane's doing now, which is he used to just watch the game, think, I'm bored here. I'm just going to go play left back because I'm better than you all. So just go back and do that. And then go back up front.
Boys, I'll tell you used to do that all the time. Ivan Toney.
Yeah, man.
Ivan Toney is a striker. And when he's playing for school and when he's playing for Cobblers,
what do you want from Ivan?
What do I want from Ivan?
What do you want from Ivan Toney? You want him on the show? You want him on the show?
He's going to Arsenal. No, he's going to Arsenal, mate. But it looks
Ivan Toney and Reece James. Honestly, there's
Ivan Toney.
Them two right over Gav's house.
Ivan Toney, I know him personally. You know what I mean? I know him as well. And you know him, don't you?
Yeah, I was going to say, I have
Well, when I
connections
was a
to
kid,
Ivan
yeah.
Toney, but not anymore.
Yeah. But like the thing is, Ivan Toney used to play like CDM, turn up at right back, turn up at like in behind the striker because he was so much better than everybody else that he would be like
Tone down for what?
yeah. So like he just wants to get involved in it because there's no point if you're so much better than everyone else, but you're a striker. What's the point of waiting on the shoulder of the last defender? If you ain't getting the ball,
that's how I used to feel.
Just do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go get it myself. I'll tell you what, rush keepers and that. Do you know what I mean? I'll go get it myself.
All 6'6" of me, like no one's crossing the ball in. I'm going straight back to the midfield. That's a lie. I never even crossed my own half.
I didn't do that. Not at all.
Gav, you know well, I literally played for Northampton Town, God rest my soul, until I was at 18. Absolute bad boy striker, but I don't think I've ever crossed my own halfway line in my life. Like, if you're not bringing it to me,
not interested, mate.
Not interested, mate.
I'm not part of that team.
It ain't happening.
I do want to talk a little bit of positivity about Sheffield United. So I'm not going to talk about this game. I'm going to go back to their game from during the week, and they beat Newcastle 1-0. And yeah, I just want to give a shout out as well to Paul Lucas as well. I don't know if he's watching, but I did say to him that I was going to give him a shout out on the show, and we want to talk about some positive stuff from Sheffield United. Although they almost shagged it at the last moment of that game as well, with that header back towards Ramsdale. He was like, "Wow, what's going on here?" So, but no, Sheffield United, it's important that they picked up that win. It's difficult to back that up and try and get something out of a game against Tottenham. So I don't think they should feel too disheartened by their result earlier on today.
I don't know. They had their chances, man. They had their chances. And again, going back to what we've said so many times, if they had decent strikers, they could have got something out of that game. Like Sheffield United did have chances. It wasn't like they were lucky to get one goal. They had chances. And they're defending for the first goal is scandalous as well. It's like a lot of the stuff they're doing wrong is amateur sort of stuff. And I don't blame Chrissy Wilder for that, but it is seeming at the minute that Sheffield United are like they're the victims that they are making this their own problem.
I feel sorry for can I have one? See, this is the joy. This is the joy. Thank you very much. She just popped in the room. Got myself in the room.
Yeah, well, I can do this. Mauro?
Carter's getting his cat to get Mauro, get me a beer. Give me a beer, you prick.
Falling flat on my face, yeah. Mauro's not getting me a beer. So.
Oh, try Mauro in. Yeah, Sheffield United, they're going down. They need a striker because I was talking to which isn't Ryan Brewster, because I was talking to someone earlier on today and they were like, oh yeah, the only difference is the fact that they haven't got Dean Henderson there this time. It's like, well, they haven't got Dean Henderson, they haven't got Jack O'Connell either. So defensively, they have been ripped apart, so to speak. Two key members of their back line, and they were out with John Egan for a couple of games this season. So, but even despite all of that, they've not been shipping goals on a regular basis. They conceded 3 today. It's not often that they do that, but they need to be putting the ball in the back of the net. I really like Ollie Norwood. He was disappointing today.
Oh, he gave away the ball for both the second and the third goal.
The second and the third goal. The second goal in particular was absolutely disgusting. And the way that he tried to control that, I was thinking, mate, you're a pro footballer. There is no excuse to miscontrol the ball that badly. John Fleck's a good player, but and Ollie Burke, I really like Ollie Burke. I think he's got a bad attitude. And it's the only way I can sort of pigeonhole him, because he's been to Leipzig when Leipzig were on their moving forward step, and every time he played all right, but he didn't play enough games, and that tells me attitude.
But every Sheffield United player that you've mentioned that like they were good or had this good season or this that was always in the Championship or they had a good season abroad somewhere. Like they haven't been Premier League.
Or they got away with it last year for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. And me and Ed had this conversation, and where it still blows my mind that Sheffield United spent 20 million or 24, whatever it was, on Ryan Brewster. I get that he's young and up and coming. Sheffield United just can't score goals, yeah? No, what? Brewster's... No, he's not.
No,
it was 26 million. Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, I was going to say it's not finished.
But 26 million. You're telling me right now that Sheffield United couldn't have got a Premier League journeyman to come in and score a few goals for him for half that.
A Loic
even
Remy.
On a free. Exactly. Even someone on a free.
Someone like that, like random.
I don't even think it's a fact of cost. I just think you're going after the wrong type of striker.
Exactly.
I think
It's suit Fulham.
He didn't fit that system at all.
They have that tic-tac system, but I think Sheffield United need a big man up front who can hold the ball up well and get everyone else.
Mitrovic.
Yeah, exactly. He can introduce everyone else into play. Ryan Brewster's not going to do that.
Honestly, Chris, I couldn't believe, not even just the money. When they signed Ryan Brewster, I was like, why?
Yeah.
I get that what they were trying to project was like some sort of like positivity and like we're going to build on last season finishing 6th or whatever. And it was like, bro, this ain't the deal. Like spending 25 million on this and Gav, we've spoken about this before. 20+ million for Ramsdale or whatever it is. That's the worst deal on a goalkeeper since Kepa. Like Ramsdale is garbage, man. And I know he's young and he might get good, but he's
a good goalkeeper.
I can't.
That's what it is. He is a good goalkeeper. He's nothing special, but he is in the same realm as Mignolet and Al Habsi, Jaskalainen, who plays for a lesser club, who's getting all the time.
You better leave Jerzy Jaskalainen straight out of that conversation. You drop Jerzy Jaskalainen. Jaskalainen was world class. Like, don't even bundle him in with people like Ramsdale. Jerzy Jaskalainen was world class. Should have been at a better club his whole career.
The problem is, if you get a Ryan Brewster, you need to change the midfielder. The shots change the midfield. Because you're just whipping balls into him otherwise. But yeah, go on.
Ryan Brewster is someone who can drop deep and get the ball. He's not someone who's going to be disciplined. I say disciplined. He's not going to be someone who stays up top and stays in and around the box and poaches, or he's not going to be someone who's a big man and gets his head on it. He's not going to be someone who gets the ball and can hold it up really well.
But going back to what we said earlier on today, is the only reason why he's doing that is because, like, when he's been playing for the youth teams, he has been streets clear of everybody else, hasn't he? Yeah. When he's Liverpool youth, for the England under 17s, under 18s, and 19s, whatever, he has been streets clear of everybody else. So has he been coming deeper because he's so much better than everyone else at that level that he was playing at? And it's almost installed into his mind. Because for me, I think he's a forward. I think he's a striker who should be in that sort of poachery area.
He's coming to pick up the ball because no one's getting the ball to him. And then
like Swansea,
cross. That's the thing for Swansea. He turned up in January and took Swansea to the playoffs, scored 13 goals. Like he's proven that Swansea suited his style of play.
Yeah,
which is why
the championship also suited his level. Yeah,
and which means he could have looked at a Fulham-y, even I think even a Brighton,
West Brom.
West Brom had been trying to play football.
That's a great shout, that Brighton. I think Brighton would be the perfect team for a Ryan Brewster. Exactly that. Like someone who plays the type of football that he would make the most out of, and allow him to thrive with the skills and the qualities that he's got. Sheffield United they're just not it.
Liverpool sold him too quickly, where they didn't take into consideration whether it was the right move for him because they wanted to make the money up for Thiago, etc.
Well, I was going to say, honestly, that's good business in a way, but he could have banged him out on loan to a Bundesliga side. Or something.
It's not even that. If someone came to me with that sort of money for Ryan Brewster, game over, mate. Soz, mate. Like, I know you love the club, but pack your shit because there's no way you're turning down that money for that player.
How unproven he is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's talk about Brighton, because they condemned Leeds to another defeat, but Leeds play nice football, so that's all that matters. Next game, we're talking. No, let's have a look at this.
You've got that graphic wrong. Is it not Breath of Fresh Air FC Leeds?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
not what they're called now.
Who's the real Premier League winners?
Yeah.
Do you know what, Chris? The problem is now. Chris, the problem is that there's 2 United fans now, so it's going to seem like we're just going to be trashing Leeds because we don't like them.
That's all right. My Arsenal fandom could get in there as well.
Hold on. I'm so
Chris doesn't know. Chris
Chris
doesn't know.
I'm so indifferent to Leeds because they've meant so little to me over the last 10, 15 years. Couldn't care less.
Yeah,
right?
but Chris doesn't know what the crack is.
What?
With Leeds.
Oh, with Bamford.
And Bamford.
Hold on. Do you know what? I've got a loophole with my Bamford thing, by the way.
Oh,
I said Bamford needs to score more than 10 goals this season.
Did you go back and listen to it?
Yeah, what's he on? 10. So if he doesn't score another goal this season, then I'm Gucci.
You're Gucci.
Mate, when Leeds came back into the Premier and this whole rock and roll football, cool, man. It was enjoyable. It was whatever. But now we're like 20 games into. Well, we're not even that. But however many games we're into the season, right? Like the novelties wore off, where they're saying like, "Oh, Leeds, they attack well, or they just don't defend at all." And it's like, you can't stay up playing football like that. Like, we said this about Norwich last year when Pookie was scoring first half.
They scored 11 goals in the first half of the season, didn't they?
It's rock and roll football, but there is such a fine line between the naivety of coming up and just constantly playing your attacking football against Premier League clubs, or coming up and going, right, these clubs are going to be a lot better than us. We need to tighten up.
It's be a bit more pragmatic and
exactly.
a bit more gritty.
Look, you will go down playing. We'll either win 6-0 or lose 6-0. Like, you'll go down doing that. And finally, everyone's kind of caught on to the fact that Leeds haven't scored a goal in like 4 games. They're like 3-0 to 1-0 to Brighton, 3-0 to Crawley, and the last 2 games before that were losses to 0 as well. And it's starting to get to the point where it's like, can we stop circle jerking Bielsa, or like,
they've been found out? They've been found out, and we've seen this before in the Premier League. Like, we've seen it with. I mean, how far do you want to go back? Hull, when they had that season, where they were amazing up to Christmas.
Well done, and then Chris. I was going to bang on about them. They were top of the league. They were top of the league, or second in the league in the November, weren't they?
Yeah,
after like 10, 11 games.
Was that Phil Brown's Hull?
Yeah. The season where Phil Brown sat them all down on the pitch.
Yeah.
Come on, lads.
I
mean, you go back even further than that. Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town finished 6th in 2000. Marcus Stewart, top scorer.
They finished. I'll tell you what. I think they finished. I think they finished 5th when they had Pablo Cunyago.
He might have done.
In the March time, they were 3rd, and the people were talking about Ipswich to just come up. They're going to be playing Champions League football next season.
I'll go back even further, Gav. You're wearing the colours, and we spoke about this the other day.
Yes.
92, 93, first Premier League season. Norwich were rinsing that league. Mark Robbins was on like 15+ goals. Norwich were rinsing that league.
Brian Gunn with sticks.
And then Villa and United just turned up last minute. But Norwich finished like 3rd or 4th. Like, it does happen, but
2 seasons later, bam, done. So yeah.
There's a fine line between naivety and sticking to your guns football wise, and we've seen so many teams come and go. Norwich last season, Norwich came up from playing rock and roll attacking football, tried to play attacking football. They beat City. Let's not forget that. Like, they did win a few games, but then it just got silly. It was boom, 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 boom. Yeah, every other week people found them out.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, exactly, and it does happen. So Leeds, I'm not going to be a bitter United fan and be like, I hate Leeds. I hope they don't go down. I really hope they don't go down. And I said at the start of the season we did like a review, or a preview. After they won't go down, they'll be safe. They'll be happy. They'll be doing whatever. They will be happy. They won't go down. I still think they'll finish top 12-ish, but they need to start realising what games they can win and what games they can't.
Well, I think they're 12th.
They are 12th right now, so yeah, they are sort of in and around where they need to be.
Hot take.
One team that one team that could go down is Fulham. They lost 1-0 to Chelsea. Wait, no, I'm not. Cotton, I'm not going to give it the banter because we ain't played yet.
Yeah,
we ain't played until tomorrow. I'm giving this. I'm going to be giving it stacks like after the Arsenal game tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, Fulham 0, Chelsea 1. It's a derby game. It didn't really have the derby feel as such, in my opinion, apart from the red card, which I feel quite aggrieved by.
You feel aggrieved?
Yeah.
For what reason?
What reason? The way he's gone into the challenge looks horrible, but in terms of contact, it's nothing.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Gav,
of course it matters. Of course it matters. Hold on.
Whoa. Hold on. Even without VAR, the ruling has been for the last 10, 15, 20 years, if you come off the ground like that, game over, son.
Luke Shaw, Emil Smith-Rowe. 2 games in the last couple of weeks.
Don't even fucking come with that Luke Shaw, because Luke Shaw won the ball against... yes, he did. He won the ball.
Luke Shaw wound me up.
The way he's gone into that...
Hold on. 2 seconds.
I'm looking at that real time. The way Luke goes into that, that's me. I'm going...
Hold on. We've got Chris here as a guest. Chris... Does Luke Shaw win the ball?
Luke Shaw wins the ball, but do you know what? I'm kind of in the middle of where you two are. I think VAR, the one thing it's done this season, which is doing absolutely nobody no favours, is slowing down the play, slowing down the replays. And if you put anything into slow motion, it looks bad. It looks really, really bad.
Or it looks absolutely fantastic. Dennis Bergkamp versus Newcastle.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
This
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jam, this
Ed was 3 years old when that happened, so I'll send you a video.
In all seriousness, this Robinson one, he ain't getting the ball. He's literally jumped 2 feet off the ground. I can't see anything. As much as I'd love Chelsea not to win this game or have the advantage of playing against 10 men, it's a red card in every day of the week, mate. Like, I don't know why you're feeling aggrieved. He's literally jumped 2 foot off the ground. He's made contact with the player. Game over. We've seen reds for way less than this season,
and we've seen reds not being given for way worse than that.
I know, and that's why we hate the consistency.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I now look at that. And I'm thinking, if that happens in the Southern League, I'm like, good tackle.
Okay, hold on. No, okay, who wants to be a millionaire? Dun 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 on you right now, Gavin McFarlane. Do you send him off for that challenge?
Sorry.
He's got his ass. He's got okay.
What'd you select?
Do you send him off for that challenge?
Yellow.
You're a madman. You're an absolute madman. You're a maverick. You telling me that a yellow card for that? A yellow card for that? I'm going based on. Hold on, Gav. You told me midweek you wanted to send Luke Shaw off for that challenge.
No, I didn't take it. I didn't say.
You said red. You said red.
I said no. One ever.
You said red on Luke Shaw.
No, hell no.
Hold on.
You said
Ed,
hold on. Hold that book up again. You are looking dangerously close to that Jamiroquai looking guy that rants out the capital. You are literally looking like the guy that rants out the capital.
I said the reason why they VAR'd that is and the reason why they gave him a yellow because you couldn't go back and have a look at that and not give a card for it. I said that.
Yes, you can.
That is
the VAR for Luke Shaw was red card or not. He shouldn't have got a yellow card. That's the ruling. And then. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gav.
No, is it the ruling? Is it the ruling? There's nothing in the laws of the game that stipulates that.
Yes, it is. We've had this.
I do like to go back to.
I just don't understand how Luke Shaw.
Chelsea are 4 points off 4th now, though, so they're crawling back.
They are creeping. They are creeping, and not just that. And
I'm saying it is a red.
Our boy Mason Mount. I really like Mason Mount.
Look at that.
All right, Frank.
and he bagged. No, I don't love him like Frank does, but it was excuse me, it's another goal for him, and he's being loved by Frank. And to be honest, all his Chelsea pals are all loving him as well. It's not just I don't think it's just a brief love affair. I think he's going to be knocking around for a long time, and I think he's going to be a key player for Chelsea going forward.
Gav, before we move on from this game, because I can see you're moving this on, but I would like to really quickly talk about. I know you liked to tweet about this during the weekend, but the question has to be asked, and I'm not going to say that his career's done or whatever. You know exactly where I'm going, but Timo Werner.
Yes.
No, I loved Timo Werner at Leipzig. I've even got a Leipzig Werner 11 shirt. Yeah. Like Sean brought me back from Leipzig. Like he's whatever, but he's awful this season for Chelsea. And Tom Overend, that he's been on the show, literally the tweet in question was saying, if you think he's done, you don't know football. I don't think he's done.
You can't say he's done. He's still bagged a few. Do you know what I mean?
No. But what I'm saying is, I genuinely see him back in the Bundesliga in 12 months because you said it yourself. There's no patience in the Premier League, yeah, and there isn't. There literally isn't. Yeah. So if he doesn't hit the ground, yeah, exactly. If he doesn't hit the ground running this season and score, he needs to score another 10, 15 Premier League goals this season. Otherwise, they'll already be like, loan him out, get him back out the door. I genuinely think he'll be back in the Bundesliga / Leipzig on loan in the next 12 months.
It's poor management and poor tactical awareness.
Frank is a shit manager, man. He's awful. Like, of course he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, how is there any surprise about this? Like, look at Havertz, look at Ziyech, look at Werner. There's more players being played out of position than there are players being played in their position. There's no like, it's not a crazy thing that everyone's so upset about these players being like out of position and not fulfilling their form or fulfilling what they should be. Because they're not being played their way. Werner being played out wide left, yeah, and Gav, me and you know that Werner likes to play out wide.
No, he likes to win the ball from a wide position, but you don't start in wide left. That doesn't work. And if you're playing a 4-3-3 with three midfielders, whether you want to play a 6 and 8 and a 10 or whatever, but which Chelsea don't really do. They play like 6 and 2 8s. That is not going to aid the qualities that Werner has. So when he does get a chance in the game, they are snapshots, or we'll only get that one ball over the top.
Hold on, do you know what?
No, because he'll like, for instance,
Werner's had his one-on-ones, man, and absolutely fluffed his lines.
He gets a one-on-one once a game.
Mate,
and I'll tell you who doesn't get dug out, yeah? And the reason why he doesn't get dug out for this is because he scores so many goals. But when he fluffs his lines, they are catastrophic and make Werner look like prime Messi. And that's Jamie Vardy, mate. Because Jamie Vardy, what did you think I was going to jump about, Ed?
Yeah. I thought you were
but honestly,
no, it's true though, because I've seen Jamie Vardy. Because I'll tell you, you play Jamie Vardy. He's played Timo Werner the same way he's played Jamie Vardy, against the high line, ball over the top, cutting in from the left, and then cutting in from the left, right foot, bam, top bins, or nice little trickler in the bottom right-hand corner. That's what Timo Werner done. He did it constantly over and over and over again last season for Leipzig. He does it on a regular basis for the German national side. You play against him against a high line is literally sauce on a plate.
I agree with what you're saying.
But how many times have we seen with Vardy get a ball over the top and he's absolutely lazy? It's gone out for a throw-in and whatever. But because he scores in that game, we don't worry about that opportunity that he missed.
No, I agree, but I hate to be memey, but there is the video of Werner this season, and it's literally, the song's like, and I miss you, da, 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 and I want you, da, da, but they've literally just gone, and I miss you, da, 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 and I miss you, and it's literally like a 2-minute compilation of the absolute sitters that Werner has missed this season. Like literally one-on-one with keeper and just put it 5 yards wide. And I love Timo Werner, but I don't think this Chelsea move is the one. And I don't think he's going to come good at Chelsea. And I think he's going to get moved on.
And then the Mo Salah situation on it, where he
Kevin De Bruyne,
exactly.
Marco Marin, Van Hinkel,
De Bruyne, Salah. Like, they have no patience with players, man.
No. I'd like to hear another rendition of that Vanessa Carlton song, please.
Yeah, because I was about to say, Man United didn't win. Man United didn't win, and you still giving us a song.
Yeah. No, I started giving an R&B song if United won.
Oh, you did. To be fair.
I love how Cotton, I never mentioned this, he talks about the Leeds game. He's literally become the thing he hates, Sky Bet. He's like, yeah, but if you actually listen to what I said 10+ goals. Look at him not paying out. You bastard.
I'm paying out. Listen, I'm paying out. Bamford's going to get one more goal, isn't he? Fuck's sake. Bamford's going to get a goal.
You think that's bad, mate? I bet Danny on 4M1T that Sheffield United were going to finish above Leeds this season. That's fucking going well.
Oh, yeah. Age well bets.
What was the wager on that?
20 quid, mate. 20 quid.
I bet a Leeds fan a Bamford shirt with a name and number on the back that Bamford wouldn't score 10 goals this season in the Premier League. 10 or more goals this season in the Premier League. And
more than 10. You change your story. 10
or more than 10. Go back and watch it. It's like any good betting site. 10.5, 10 plus. I said 10 or more.
It's actually the way the form was going at the time, though, Chris. It could have damaged everybody financially, because we were talking about the.
Oh, you two were idiots. You said I'll give you $1,000 if he goes to the Euros. I'll give you $1,000 if he finishes top goal scorer. I said a shirt. Yeah, I said a shirt. I was Gucci, man. I was literally like, cool. Yeah, you two were like Euros. If he goes to the Euros, I'll give you $1,000. And I was like, all right. That's nothing to do with me.
We went balls deep. Leeds are not going to finish any higher than West Ham. West Ham are loving form at the moment. We'll run through these two games because I'm not being funny. These two games, despite the number of goals in the final game that we'll talk about, wasn't a great game of football really. So West Ham 1, Burnley 0. Mikel Antonio back starting goal 9 minutes.
So much beef with this goal. So much beef.
What's the drama?
The drama is Burnley is supposed to be this aerial threat built like shithouse team, and this cross comes in for Antonio, and one defender doesn't get the header on it because it misses him. 2 centre backs literally duck and leave it, and Antonio taps it in back post. Like, it's literally, you couldn't believe. There's no way a Sean Dyche team just leaves this ball the way they've done. Like, I was watching it and I was like, right. I was like, VAR. There must have been a genuinely, Gav, genuinely, I thought there must have been a whistle or something for those Burnley players to leave the ball the way they did. No, play on. Like,
no,
genuinely, they all went this. They all went, ooh, like literally ducked out the way.
Slow to react. Too slow to react. I mean, I tell you what, Lindelof and Maguire are, and it's a well-known sort of thing across football Twitter and the rest of it, they're dead slow to react. It's like a couple of double-decker buses turning. Well, fucking Tarkovsky and me are like 2 Boeing 747s turning, because they are a B10 version of Lindelof and Maguire, and they were
I like James Tarkovsky. I won't take this slander because
Chris is right. Like, this West Ham goal goes in right, and the Burnley defenders are still turning to look at each other like this. Like, I was looking at it in my chair.
What was that, man, bro?
This was your man.
Oh, that was your boss, dude.
It was so bad, and I actually watched this game, and it was a really bad game of football.
Yeah, I struggled with that. And look, there's that game, and then this game. We'll wrap up with this game.
Did Cresswell get another assist, by the way?
No.
I have a really bad confession about this game, Gav, before you start reading off the scores and stuff.
Right, so before, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so I saw Wolves go 2-1 up, and then I fell asleep. and I woke up about 4. And then I woke up about.
And then
I woke up about. Oh. No, I woke up about 4 o'clock. So then I saw that West Brom won, and I was like, huh? I
thought you were going to say.
I had loads. No, I had loads of notifications like, low, and I was like, bro, what? You know when you have those naps and you don't even know what decade you woke up in, especially now I'm on lockdown and furlough. I don't even know what day is what.
They are the best kind of naps.
I literally woke up and everyone's like, my phone's going wild, like, low, Big Sam. And I was like, bro, like, calm for a second. What's going, like, what? Like, But yeah.
I generally thought what you were going to say then was like, I had a confession. I saw it went 2-1 Wolves, but like there were even money or some really good odds, like really good odds. So you were like, oh, I'm going to put on them, and you accidentally tapped West Brom, like how you did with double barrel names. You got done by double barrel names, which came. Good
I did, yeah, which came good for me. One thing I would say about this game though, and it's someone that I've not given like shit or whatever, but I've said like he will need patience. Fabio Silva's goal, like I know it was a bit of a knock around the box, like the ball was bouncing around, but him to literally hold off the defender and tuck it bottom corner, I thought that was very.
After the Maguire goal that got chalked off midweek, I honestly thought that VAR was going to chalk this goal off.
It was
the goals came from Fabio Silva for Wolves. Willy Bolly scored just before half time. Pereira scored a penalty at the beginning. We'll talk about that in a moment, and scored a penalty just before the hour mark after Ajayi had equalised just after half time. So yeah, Cot, you're going to ask Chris a question.
No, I was just going to say the Fabio Silva goal where he's like literally held the defender off and just tucked it bottom corner. Very Van Nistelrooy-esque.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was literally no, Gav. We're not saying the player is Van Nistelrooy-esque, but literally the way he held off the man, rolled it bottom corner. It was very RVN. Got time for that.
Typical big hitman striker's goal. Tons of strength, knows exactly where the goal is, and he doesn't even. Van Nistelrooy did it loads over the years. He didn't even need to know or give the goal a look. He just knew where it was. He knew where he wanted to put it, and he almost had an inkling where the keeper was going to be. I thought it was a great goal, but I do agree with your point, Gav, and I'll raise another goal as well. If we're going to disallow Maguire's, then my point before with that was it's got to be consistency over the board. So if you're going to disallow Maguire's, then we've got to look at Silva's, and we've also got to look at a goal like Michael Keane's against Wolves the other night. Yeah, that was a very similar incident where he's not used a defender, but he knows the defender's there, and he's used it.
Sort of edged him. Edged him out the way to his benefit, which is what a foul is, frankly. You know, so therefore it should have been chalked off. I don't think it should have been chalked off. But if we're going down the route of we're going to chalk off goals for this reason and that reason, then Fabio Silva's goal should never have stood. Excuse me. What do we think about the penalty, the first penalty for West Brom? In the box it was on the line of outside.
I don't think it was, and I even think that when they showed the still from the VAR, I still didn't think it was inside the box. I know on the line is in the box.
On line is in the box, yeah.
I still didn't think it was. I really didn't think it was at all. But
it's pretty tight though, isn't it?
Not as bad as the Tottenham one. It's not as bad as
no, it's not as bad as that one.
No.
They literally don't have the technology to like mad zoom in. So we were getting shown at home some mad pixelated image of some geezer tackling someone on the edge of the box. Like you literally couldn't tell whether whoever's foot was in the box, the tackler, the attacker, you couldn't tell what was in the box. It was that like pixelated, and it was like, yeah, all right, whatever, just give it. Like, who cares anymore? But then I've recently seen like zoomed in images and stuff, and it looks like the tackle was outside the box. But
I think the initial contact was outside the box, but as the tackle sort of like progresses, it's on the line.
Gav, what did you literally just? What did you? What did you literally just say? The initial contact was outside.
How many? Yeah, but how many? We've seen this. We've seen this for.
Okay.
We've seen this since the Premier League began. We've seen literally like 30 years ago coming up to where like someone's getting tugged back on the edge of the box and it progresses into the box and they go down to pen.
Yeah, but we have.
We've seen it. But now we've got VAR.
Now we have VAR. Now we have VAR. So if you're saying and you're like, oh well, the initial contact does happen outside the box.
No, yeah, but it's literally as soon as they touch him, but the initial contact hasn't caused the foul.
Yeah, it was. That was the foul. Like he literally stuck his foot across. It's a foul outside the box. I'm not having any of it.
I don't know.
This is exactly the problem with it, though, isn't it? It's so controversial. And you've got two camps of people that it really does depend who you've got in Stockley. But the way that Stockley are operating this season with VAR is as soon as you go to VAR, you know something's going to be given because they're going to look for it.
This is hard, though. This is really hard because I've been on courses and stuff and I've been in the room with referees the same sort of level as me, referees that are, well, as I was at the time, referees that are up to professional level as well. Thanks for the book. We've been
Gav, did you used to be a referee?
Yeah, no.
Cut the ears back.
Hold on.
Every time, Chris. Every time.
Hold on.
You want to reference chapter 4? No. David Beckham.
Let me read that insert for you word for word. Okay. So I've been in situations, Chris, right, where they'll get a load of fuck off. Honestly, you're not pricks.
I'd love to get involved in this, but I'm from Manchester and I can't read.
But they've shown snippets of situations that have happened in games, and there are referees of all different levels, and we are split on decisions. It's still your human eye. We're fans. We're watching it as a fan's point of view. One of us is saying, oh, I think that's a pen. 3 of us here are saying, I don't think it is a pen. You put it out there, it's like family fortunes. We've asked 100 people, do you think this is a penalty? And then Les Dennis will be like, the answer is, hey, do you know what I mean? So, look, it's a difficult one, but I think it's just about a pen, the first one. The second one, there's a lot of controversy about that one as well. I think that is a definite penalty.
It's sloppy from Cody.
It's sloppy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree. It's a penalty.
He got subbed off, man. Right then. Let's run through the tables quick before everyone goes home and goes to bed and does that sort of stuff. So let's have a look at the bottom of the table, or shall I like to say the top end of the bottom table, because I don't really believe in what's going on at there. You know, Arsenal are top of the league. And
do you know what? Sheffield United are literally 2 wins away from being out of that nonsense. Oh, no, they're not. No,
yeah, but that's a big
no, they're not. No, they're not. They are 11 points from safety.
Yeah, as I said, they're 2 wins away from being Fulham, and
Burnley who played 2 less games.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
God. Yeah.
God. This is.
They're done. And we said about 2 months ago they were done. Like they're definitely done.
Sheffield United will pick up a minimum of 4 points between now and the end of the season. We have played.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will. They will pick up at least 4 points. They will get a draw. No, they'll beat Arsenal.
They'll beat Derby.
No way. There's no way.
They'll beat Arsenal and they'll beat Sheffield United. Beat Leeds United, because it'll just be hilarious. That's what will happen. But Sheffield United, rock bottom, 19 games. They have picked up just 5 points. They have conceded 32 goals, but it's not the worst number of goals that has been conceded. The worst number is West Brom, and they're in 19th with 41. With 41 conceded, they're in 11. They're on 11 points. They're 5 points from safety, having played a game more than Burnley, who are just outside the relegation zone. And their game in hand is against Man United, which is coming up pretty soon, I believe. I think is that midweek. I believe that's midweek. Brighton, you know, that victory that they picked up at the weekend over Leeds United has brought them into within 6 points of their rivals, who they just played there. And Arsenal, as I said, are top of the league in the bottom half. Right then, let's have a look at the top half. Aston Villa, they were due to play today. They mugged me off hard because I was on the phone to Chris earlier on today, and I was like, "Oi, Chris, I've got to go," because Everton Villa were about to kick off. Completely lost track of time, and yeah,
So
they
I was
now
watching Napoli Fiorentina, so I wasn't mugged off.
There you go. You know, they've played 4 games less than Sheffield United, so they could pull well away from them. Lol. On 29 points are West Ham, Southampton, and Chelsea. However, Chelsea have bumped into that 7th spot because they have a superior goal difference on their messes.
But Everton can pull away from them.
Everton can. Everton, they have 2 games in hand over some of the clubs that are above them. They're on 32 points, level with Man City, who, they're 25 minutes into their game. We're not going to be talking about them today.
I'm watching it. Goal! John Stones. 1-0 Man City. Yeah, it's literally just gone in. Fernandinho sprays a ball out wide to De Bruyne. De Bruyne outside of the foot, crossing the box. John Stones, great header, 1-0.
Oh, that's another assist for Kevin De Bruyne by the sounds of that. So it's propels.
Bruh, it's an unbelievable assist. It's outside of the foot crossing to the box. Like, it's
absolutely unbelievable, Jeff.
What an assist by KDB.
You've seen it now as
well. That puts Man City, as it stands then, into 2nd place because they have a superior goal difference over Leicester City, and there's just a point behind Manchester United.
John Stones' career turnaround in the last month is joke. He scored a winner against United in the Cup. He literally scored the first goal in this game right now. He's had some very good defensive performances recently. Like his turnaround is unreal.
John Stones for Angleterre. Honestly, give him the armband.
No.
I'm not that breeder, but I'm pretty sure he just went screaming towards that corner flag there, going, "Where's me cagoule, mates? Where's me cagoule?"
Prove him a mank.
Oh god. But that brings us to the close. There is a watch along tomorrow, actually. I might be brave, I might not be, but Arsenal have got Newcastle tomorrow, and there's a watch along live with myself. I'll be joined by the Big Gooner on the Away Days podcast, and I'll be joined by Sean, who is from Geordie Talk podcast as well, to give it a little bit of perspective from the North East. I don't know.
I might come in and ruin.
You're gonna come in and.
I might come in and ruin that at some point as well.
Yeah, I think you should. So like, I might come in and just slap his dick about and let everyone know who he is.
Don't message me. I won't be there.
Ed won't be there, and Chris's first show is like, thanks everyone for letting me on. Fuck these people.
It's been an absolute.
Chris, I'll just send you a message. Well, I've got one grey tick. I'm well confused.
It's been an absolute pleasure, lads. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you,
dude. It's been great having you on. It really has been, and I'm really looking forward to when we could bring Everton, your Everton pal, on, so we could do things like this.
What's Everton?
Because we haven't been able to do that today, and I'm well upset. So,
who've they got tomorrow?
Tomorrow? They're meant to play today.
No, they're meant to play Villa today.
Oh, yeah, they're supposed to play Villa.
Oh, you guys just got mugged off by them. I just got mugged off by them.
The Rona took hold, yeah.
They did indeed. But you can follow us on YouTube and Twitter in particular, at Top Football on all social media platforms, at WeAre4M1T on Twitter and YouTube if you want to, and you should follow Chris and his team. But did you know if you put Two Up Top into Google, our name comes up first?
Does it?
Oh, well, now you know. But for myself, Gav Mack, Ed Hall, Stephen Cotton, and Chris Thermos Collins, thank you and good night.
Southgate out.
Southgate out.
out.
Down, 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 down.